You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. I'm blessed. Highly favored. I'm blessed. Highly favored. Hey. You know, when me singing that song, man, we about to go in today. We about to go in, man. Before we start, though, you know, you got to hit us with the roll call. We got to hit the roll call. Shout out to my boy Oscar in the building. We got my boy Mike in the building. Yes, sir. We blessed. Highly favored. Yo, man. So before we get started, you know, we got to start off with our prayer. Begin with our prayer as always, man. So let's get right to it, man. Please bow your heads. Let's get my boy Tay here in the early tip. Let's get right, Tay. Yes, sir, Steve. All right, please bow your heads and join me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for these blessings, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for this Friday. As the week comes to a close, Lord, please let's remember to be thankful for you getting us here to the end of the week, Lord. Let us be able to open our eyes and see the brightness of another beautiful day, Lord, and give us another day to start anew. And no matter what we're going through, Lord, we can hit that reset button. Every day is a new beginning, a new start, a new opportunity to be better than we were, not just last second, not just last minute, not just last hour, but even last day, last week, last month. However we want to be, whatever we strive to be, Lord, we could do that as long as we have the discipline, the patience, the perseverance, and most importantly, the faith, Lord. Faith in you to keep us on the right path, keep us on the right track, to protect us no matter what we're going through, no matter how high the mountain may be, no matter how steep the climb, no matter how tumultuous or dangerous or difficult the journey may be or the path may be, Lord, as long as we embrace it with the courage and the strength of David in the Bible, of the courage and strength of all the other examples of people that were blessed and protected and anointed through you, Lord, the perseverance and the courage of Moses and everybody else, Lord. So please continue to let us know that everything that we know, everything that we dream, everything that we see, every vision that we have, we can accomplish it because you wouldn't place that vision in our head or put that that burden of purpose on us if it wasn't something that we could achieve or fulfill. So please continue to guide us and give us the strength to keep going today, tomorrow, and forever. In Jesus' name, amen. He said, morning, lads, district holiday, so I'm tuned in while our great papers and said, hey, Vin in the building, let's get right. All right, so let's get it popping, man. So today, as you see the topic, man, I said American boxing sucks, and I want to be very clear. I am American. I identify as an American. I'm an American citizen. I was born in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm also Jamaican and Nigerian. You know, my mother's Jamaican, my father's Nigerian. You know, I'm proud of my roots and my heritage. But I wanted to point that out to say I'm not somebody that's non-American coming down on America. You know, it just shouldn't matter because you should be able to be objective anyway. Because if you're Japanese, you say American boxing sucks, I'd agree with you. If you're Mexican and you say American boxing sucks, I agree with you. If you're English, if you're Jamaican, whatever you are, or you're not, if you say American boxing sucks, I'd agree with you because I'm going to explain to you why it sucks. You know, it sucks from an administrative standpoint, an executive standpoint, a rule standpoint, and it sucks from a restriction and reprimand standpoint when it comes to people that break those rules. But before we get onto that, you know, that because that's going to be we gonna go upwards with the roller coaster first. We're gonna start off with some laughs, and I thought that this was funny. I want y'all to see it, and plus I made some tea and I didn't get a chance to drink it yet, so it's gonna give me some time to drink my tea and enjoy my tea. So let's get right, man. So I showed yesterday the Clapback Thursdays, which I love, by Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? He coming through and talking this trash. Wrong one, my fault. Oscar De La Hoya comes through and talks his trash.
You dumbass.
You know, so let's get it, man. We had Eddie Hearn. You know, he issued a challenge of a 5v5 Matchroom versus Queensberry, and so Eddie Hearn has seemingly responded. So let's get right to it. Yo, 2-4 in the building. Boss man, what it do? All right, let's get it. Let's see what Eddie Hearn has to say. And this is why I was singing I'm blessed, highly favored. Factos, administration-wise, American Commission sucks. Facts. From multiple standpoints.
We're here with a very fired up Eddie Hearn. Eddie, what's your favorite?
I'm blessed. Highly favoured. Shoes Dior, suits tailored. Jeez. How are you doing, mate?
Doing great. Matt Tucker for Friday on TV. Joined with the...
My man came in singing the Ryan Garcia joint. I'm blessed, highly favored. That's why I was singing it earlier, chat.
Eddie, it's, your favorite day of the week, Thursday. How sick are you of Oscar De La Hoya?
I like the clapback. I've got to be honest with you. At first, I thought the clapback was so cringe. It was like awful, but I actually quite like it now. There is a
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was. I still think it's cringe, but I think some cringe things are funny, and I think it's funny.
part of me that does sort of look out for it on a Thursday, so I think it's good. The factual bit, like there's so many actual factual inaccuracies.
Chat, don't I say that all the time? When Oscar, I love Oscar De La Hoya's Clapback Thursdays, but it's not. There's a lot of things that aren't facts. You know what I'm saying? There's misrepresented facts, or often just facts that are so far from being factual, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Nothing close to actual and factual, but it is entertaining.
But it's what it is. It's Oscar, isn't it? And today we got some great content on the clapback because he called on a 5v5, which is what I've been begging for. And I love the lineup. And hopefully we can deliver what would be an incredible night for fight fans.
So we played the Clapback Thursday. I guess I should have played it earlier for Oscar De La Hoya. So Eddie Hearn gave it as his initial 5v5 proposal. Oscar De La Hoya turned it down, and he came back with his own. You know, with the most notable change being that Eddie Hearn proposed Jerron Boots Ennis versus Ryan Garcia. Oscar said he removed Ryan Garcia from the lineup, I believe. Did he? Yeah, I don't think he had Ryan Garcia in his lineup, but he had he replaced Virgil Ortiz. He wanted Virgil Ortiz versus Boots, so that's a switch. He kept Shakur and Zepeda, and he also said one of the notable switches was he wanted Oscar Duarte versus Devin Haney. Devin Haney's not really with Matchroom, and then there was another one. He wanted the winner of Barbosa and Ramirez versus Jack Catterall, and he wanted Jay Apataya versus no, not Jay Apataya, excuse me. He wanted Diego Pacheco versus Jaime Munguia. And Jaime Munguia is not even with, he's with Top Rank right now, but let's keep it going.
He's kind of offering up
But
this
Eddie Hearn accepted that proposal, the new proposal.
6 versus 6. He called you out. What do you make of all that?
Yes, I mean, look, obviously physically, I'm much more imposing with him. I don't have the fake abs. Got one ab, and the rest is like a big belly. He is one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of our generation. I'm quite a bit bigger. I would be quite a significant underdog in that matchup. But listen, there's always a number. But I would much rather just sit ringside with His Excellency and watch what would be an incredible night of boxing. So
Be right back. Let me go grab a water. I forgot to grab a water.
And just say, listen, jokes aside, let's look into it. I think it would be amazing.
This might be a Mandela effect, but I vaguely remember him going up against Shaq in an exhibition. Yeah, you might want to check that out. I'm like 95% sure that actually happened.
Smaller than Shaq. But
You do have some size. Don't cut yourself short.
I do have some size, but I don't have any ability. That's the problem.
You never did any training, any...
Amateur fights. For about 3 years, I always thought I could fight, but I was pretty useless, to be honest with you. But I've been around boxing quite a long time. Game, but useless.
What do we have to do to make that fight? Because it's really random, it's kind of crazy, but I love it. You versus Oscar.
Oh, what you have to do is give me an unbelievable massive bag of money, and I will do it. Because I'm going to get a pasting, so you can't expect me just to get a pasting. But I'll get really badly embarrassed in that fight. But you should know me well enough that for the right amount of money, I don't have a problem being embarrassed.
With all due
You said
respect,
he'll
what
get
if
embarrassed for
you
some money.
punch him in those abs and one of them pops? Is that technically a TKO?
That's actually a good tactic. If it ever comes around, I'll remember that.
I thought that was funny to
So
punch him
we're
in the
here
abs,
for,
hope it breaks.
Boots versus Chukazian. Talk to us about that fight. It's a good fight. Went the distance last time. Talk to us about that fight.
I mean, it wasn't the fight that
We don't need to hear about that.
I think we've done it. I mean, Bam is in a brilliant better fight than boxing. And, for Boots, it's about looking really...
Oscar proposed,
crowd at the Wells Fargo on Saturday.
Oscar proposed him versus Virgil Ortiz. What do you think of that fight?
Love it. I mean, look, our priority, if you like, is to win the belts at 147. If that fight comes up, we'll jump all over it. I've already agreed that fight with him. No problem in taking that fight. I think Boots beats Virgil Ortiz comfortably, but he's a good fighter. And I think it's a great matchup.
Is there any pressure to move him up to 154 because of...
From a physical perspective, no. And that's what I asked him, when the Chilezian fight got ordered. I said, do you need to move to 154? He said, not really. And that's why we stayed, But look, we've got to chase those big fights however they come.
I don't know if you know the history of this venue, but it's super famous for boxing, very famous for 1990s pro wrestling. If you had to say one thing to Oscar De La Hoya in your best pro wrestling mindset, just a little bit, maybe what you gonna do, brother?
Let's wait till we see if, what you gonna do when Matchroom come and beat the shit out of you. Something like that, but yeah, we'll save that for the build-up. Hopefully, jokes aside, hopefully we can get that made. I think it'll be tremendous for the sport.
I love it. Eddie, I know you have to run. Always good to see you, my brother.
You, mate.
I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
See, you got to rock with Eddie, man, because at least he's playful. That's why he's one of the best promoters, in my opinion. He's very playful, and he's game, and he's engaging. You know what I'm saying? So I always like Eddie Hearn. I'm not saying that he doesn't lie or mess up sometimes, but I like Eddie Hearn overall as a promoter. But focus on that. So we know he accepted the 5v5 or 6v6, potentially because of manager versus manager or promoter versus promoter. Excuse me, with Eddie Hearn versus Oscar. But he also focused on, they doubled back on the Virgil Ortiz versus Jerron Boots Ennis, right? And you heard what he said. He said it kind of quickly, but he said we already accepted that fight, and we'll gladly jump all over it. So I was like, hold on, what you mean you already? We heard about Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots Ennis, and I'm on record for saying that I didn't want that fight to happen immediately. I feel like that's a potential super fight in the future, But me, I wouldn't be against it, But if you ask me my preference would be to have Jerron Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, assuming that they stay on their current trajectory as projected, right? As projected to be greats. I think that's in a year or two. I think that's a big fight. Assuming they both stay undefeated and they handle their business. But I'd like to see it right now too. You know what I'm saying? But so I went and saw this interview right here with Bozy Ennis. Jerron Boots Ennis' father, Derek Bozy Ennis. They mentioned the Virgil Ortiz 2 fight, and listen to what he says right here.
5 versus 5 event. I fight that you'd be interested in, a fight with Virgil Ortiz up at 154?
They already asked about that, and they said they turned it down.
Did you hear what he said? They already asked about the Virgil Ortiz, and they said they turned it down. Hold on now.
And they said they turned it down.
What?
54?
They already asked about that, and they said they turned it down.
What?
Is it Golden Boy turned it down?
I don't know if it was Golden Boy, but I don't know who it was. They said they turned it down.
Hold on now, Virgil Ortiz. So we hearing a lot of things about Virgil Ortiz, and not just Virgil Ortiz, but Golden Boy in general turning down some fights now. We done seen Zepeda turn down Shakur famously multiple times, to the point where it's getting postponed to February, Lord willing. We heard about Virgil Ortiz turning down Terrence Crawford. You know, that fight was supposed to happen, or not, I ain't gonna say supposed to, but it was in talks. And I don't think Terrence Crawford will fight him anyway, but Golden Boy said they don't want it now. And then now, Boots, and it was already turned down? Hold on now.
We'll fight him in a heartbeat.
But when did that happen, if you don't mind me asking?
Huh?
When did that happen? When did that occur?
That a few days ago.
Few days ago, they turned it down. I want to fast forward because I want to get copyrighted. But then he also said even a year ago. Listen.
What you call?
That's news to me then. So on that note, if the fight was to be revisited, a fight you'd be happy with, and what would happen in a fight?
We've been trying to fight Virgil. You know what I mean? And they were saying like 3 to 4 years down the line.
They wanted 3-4 years down the line.
That was way back though.
Way back they said that. So they said that they wanted Virgil Ortiz and Boost 3-4 years down the line. Way back, a long time ago they said that. So they've been talking about this fight for a while, and like Tay said, he's known to turn down fights, and I think you known to tell the truth, because you right about that one, cousin. He turned down Boots at 140. Said, talk to him, Tay. But see, a lot of people don't know that. So when a lot of people, we see these fights being proposed, we think, oh, it's the first time that they're in talks, and if it doesn't happen, like Shakur versus Zepeda, somehow Pro Box and other idiots like that will try to flip it like it's Shakur's fault or anybody else's fault besides a fighter. So if these fights don't happen with Virgil Ortiz, Zepeda, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, and anybody else on the Golden Boy roster, if these fights don't happen with Golden Boy, I need you to first, when you look at as to reasons why it don't happen, I need you to, the first rock that you pick up to look under, it should be the Golden Boy rock, because I guarantee you that's probably where the source of the source of the problem is, the source of the confusion is, the source of the lack of acceptance is. Yeah, so there's just too many times, man. You know, we got Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, who I like. He coming out here talking about this guy don't want to fight him, this guy don't want to fight him, and this sparring story this, sparring story that. You're with Golden Boy, bro. We don't believe you. We don't believe anybody's turned down. If anybody's turned the fights down at Golden Boy, it's Golden Boy. Virgil Ortiz saying, oh, he'll fight this guy. We want Virgil Ortiz to be in the big fights. He could never secure a big fight. No, it's probably Golden Boy not giving him the big fight that they want in particular. Zepeda needs a title shot. He's a mandatory in all 4 sanctioned bodies. Nobody's avoiding Zepeda. It's Golden Boy again. So like sometimes we gotta. It's just common sense and it's simple deduction. All you gotta do is look at it, see the common denominator of all these missed fights going right back to Golden Boy. Whether it's the fight, whether it's Zepeda, whether it's Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, whether it's Virgil Ortiz themselves, or it's their trainers, or it's Golden Boy Oscar himself, it goes back to Golden Boy. So we need to stop that. That's a good question, Oscar. That's a good question. So now I'm wondering, is it the fighters or is it Oscar and B-Hop? I don't know. I'm just gonna say the entire outfit, whether it's the fighter, the trainer, the coach, the mother, the daddy, the grandpa, the dog. I don't know who it is. Just know it's Golden Boy on the motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if you remember this line, we gonna meet up. It's gonna be all the way up there. Come on now, Tay. Come on now. Look, but like that's the thing, Tay. I'm not mad at it though, because like I said before, when I opened this, right, I said I am one of those that wanted the Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots in this fight later on too, you know. But when you're coming out and proposing these things and saying people don't want to fight these guys like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, like Virgil Ortiz, like Williams Zepeda, and then all these other stories from different people on different promotional companies, different fighters in different weight divisions are all saying, hey man, we tried to fight them, they don't want to fight us. Then I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, then gosh dang it, it's a duck. You know what I'm saying? It's Ducktail Promotions, man. Forget Golden Boys, go Golden Duck. Golden Duck Promotions, man. Everybody ducking over there. But the crazy part, Oscar, Oscar De La Hoya didn't duck. Oscar De La Hoya was that dude. So it's kind of surprising. However, if you think about it, it's not surprising because Oscar De La Hoya, if you listen to him talk, you'd be like, he says that he was taken advantage of in his career and stuff like that. And so shout out to him. You know, you learn your lesson, right? You'd be damned if he was taken advantage of as a fighter to turn around and be taken advantage of as a businessman or promoter too. So shout out to him, man. You wisened up. But you see the business side of it because Oscar was known to fight anybody and everybody at any given time in any weight division. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Oscar. I always enjoyed the Golden Boys fights, but as a promoter, not so much. But I still rock with him though. His clapback Thursdays are funny. Very, very funny. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing this 5v5 or 6v6. You know, I think it's a good idea. Shout out to Eddie Hearn for gaining some traction. You know, he set the bait and Oscar fell for it. Now he's calling out. He made his own counter proposal, and Eddie Hearn still agreed to all those fights. So Eddie Hearn set out his initial proposal. Oscar De La Hoya countered, and Eddie Hearn accepted. So if it doesn't happen now, once again, we know who's the culprit. It's Oscar De La Hoya, because now he proposed his own matchups and Eddie Hearn agreed to all of them. He's even entertaining the fact that he'll fight Oscar De La Hoya, which I think is ill-advised. Don't do that. But he's even entertaining that. So Eddie Hearn seems like he's about that life, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Cali Factor in the building. What's good, brethren? He says Duarte versus Haney is a good fight. I'll have it 50-50 because I don't know how Devin react. I agree. I mean, I think no disrespect to Devin Haney, you know, but I think every fight with him is a 50-50 now because, you know what I'm saying, we know even if fighters lose the first time, we know that some fighters can't rebound, you know what I'm saying? So now when you lose in an Errol Spence fashion, you know, when you get beat up in the Errol Spence, you know, the way that Devin Haney did, and you're coming off, and it's your first time, you know what I'm saying? Your first time being dropped, your first time being brutalized like that we don't know how you're going to come back. I don't care how great you are. I think you will be able to bounce back, but we don't know for sure. I agree. I think every fight is a 50-50 fight, especially if they're a big puncher, you know, with Devin Haney right now. Now, the only thing is that, of course, he was done dirty, right? It doesn't count because he cheated. So even though we saw him get brutalized, it's a no contest as it should be, because when you cheat, it should be considered as illegal and you should be disqualified, as he was. And so I'm a perfect segue, my guy. Shout out to my boy Tay. My boy Tay on the roll today, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, that's a perfect segue to what I wanted to get into, man. So as you see, the title is American Boxing Sucks. The reason why I said that is because look what happened, right? First off, I want to talk about Conor Benn. You see Conor Benn on there, right? You know, Eddie Hearn. And Conor Benn has come out and said that he was cleared by the NADP, the National Anti-Doping Panel, right? Which clears athletes, or they look into cases of athletes where they feel like they were wrongly accused of something. And it seems like, you know, with UCAD, and now, first UCAD came out with a statement, and now BBBFC, which is the British Boxing Board of Control, they came out with a statement in regard to Conor Benn saying, hold on now. I seen you dropped a statement saying that you good, you cleared, but I don't know about that, brethren. You know, we're gonna read it together. It says a statement from the BBBFC, which is again the British Boxing Board of Control, on Conor Benn. The BBBFC is aware that Conor Benn issued a public statement in relation to proceedings between UCAD and him, which is the United Kingdom Anti-Doping Association. The BBBFC refers to the statement published in response by UCAD. We are considering our position. It's a very similar thing that UCAD said. We are considering our position because it's not over with. According to the statement that UCAD put out, they have 21 days, or aka 3 weeks, to respond and appeal themselves, because everything that Conor Benn's been doing for the last 2 years, the reason why it's been taking so long is because he's been filing appeals to prove his innocence, right? But he, you know, they haven't really, all because of the eggs, you know. But it's not over with now. So I personally think that it's been so long, we could potentially let it go. But at the same time, I appreciate the English boxing associations and administrations and powers that be that are trying to keep the sanctity of the sport intact, uphold the standard, and expect professionalism and discipline from the fighters, you know what I'm saying, and being clean, you know, that's the least you could do, you know, because it protects the welfare of the fighters and they're keeping the integrity of the sport. So part of me wants to say, okay, Conor Benn, you know, he served enough time, whatever, but he did just fight Peter Dobson. So did he serve enough time? He served enough time in England, but he's still out there fighting, and I think that's a knock. You know, I feel like that's a spit in the face. Serve your suspension. If you do wrong, bro, just serve it. You know, don't, you know, Amir Khan go out there getting 2 years and then he retires. Also, bro, pussy shit. Like, just serve your suspension, bro. You know, but anyway, so I can understand them feeling like, oh, okay, so you just gonna go fight in America? That's what you're gonna do? You think that's so we gonna suspend you over here? You think you just gonna go fight over there across the pond? Hold on, player. We gonna stick you as hard as we can. Pause. Hey yo, stick you as hard as we can. I could have said it.
No, did he?
Yeah, I could have said that in a much better way. My bad. Yeah, that was a no Diddy. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, they gonna apply that pressure as much as they can, you know. So on one part of me is like, okay, let it go, let the man fight again, because I'm not a big Conor Ben fan, but he's exciting. You know, I like to see him fight, and I would like to see if he's really about that life to fight Boots. But on the other hand, I'm like, no, hit him with the book, man, because this. When you make an example out of somebody who breaks the rules and you uphold the integrity of the sport, it sends a message to other would-be cheaters and would-be rule breakers, habitual rule breakers, to clean up their act. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the overall betterment of the sport, it's good to punish those that mess up. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that it'll eliminate cheating, but it'll mitigate cheating. You know, so it'll drastically decrease the amount of people that cheat, you know, the quantity, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a little torn, but the reason why I want to bring this up is because Conor Ben has been going through this for 2 years, right? Trying to prove his innocence, you know, and he's still not fully cleared, you know. But you know, we saw this you know what we saw, bro? We just saw Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia is treated like a hero. He's getting a heroic reception for what he did to Devin Haney, for the people that don't like Devin Haney. And I'm like, bro, even if you like, how do you dislike or like somebody so much that you're okay with them cheating or being cheated? Like, don't you like boxing? So what I'm saying, that I call this the Ryan Garcia effect, because Gustavo Lemos yesterday, now he doesn't have PEDs in the system, so I'm not saying he had PEDs, but Gustavo Lemos yesterday came in 6 pounds over the weight limit against Keyshawn Davis. And he came in there smiling. He wasn't sad. He didn't have a sad face. He wasn't depressed. He wasn't down. He wasn't embarrassed. He was just like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, once you deal with a situation, you got to, you know, move forward and push on. I'm not saying that you can't get over it. But he didn't seem remorseful at all. Did he seem remorseful to y'all? The man came in 6 pounds overweight. The man came in at a whole nother weight division. You realize that, right? He's supposed to fight at 135. He came in at 141. That's not at 135. He wouldn't even made the weight limit for 140. He came in 6 pounds overweight. That puts him in another division, and it still puts him over the weight for another division. So really, if you want to look at it, he qualifies to fight at 147 because he wouldn't be able to make 140 either. But then you see people say, "Oh, 6 pounds don't mean that." I saw some idiot talk about, when 6 pounds ain't nothing in the hood. They fighting in the hood or they fighting in the ring? They're professionals or nah? They get paid in the hood to fight. They get sponsors in the hood to fight. They get belts in the hood to fight. You get promotions in the hood to fight. You gain generational wealth in the hood to fight. And why are we fighting in the hood? Because Keyshawn Davis is what part of boxing is the hood? Is it because it happened to Keyshawn Davis, so now it's the hood? So what if Gustavo Lemos would have came in 6 pounds overweight when he was fighting Josh Taylor? Would we still say, oh, in the hood, 6 pounds is okay? But that's what I'm saying. Like, we are our biggest enemy, bro. Like, instead of being mad at this, you don't even have to be mad, but instead of reprimanding this or punishing this or denouncing this, we're saying, oh, it's cool. Because American boxing is trash, bro. Ryan Garcia cheated and he gets a hero reception. People are celebrating this man. This man dropping music videos. This man dropping music videos in the club, turning up. He talking about having a fight in Dubai, Japan, this bullshit. Talk about prospective fights with all these other fighters, bro. The man's suspended, bro, and he only got a year. So I want to show you. So those of you that think I'm just capping, if Gustavo Lemos would have came in 6 pounds overweight against not even Naoya anyway. Forget Naoya, he's too famous. It don't even matter. If he was in Japan and he came in overweight against Junto Nakatani, that you probably wouldn't be able to find his body. They'll let him fight, but I get Gustavo Lemos wouldn't make it back to Argentina. Hey. If you think I'm lying, let me show you this, chat. Just in case you think I'm lying, because I don't be bull jobbing. John Rio Casimiro slapped with a 1-year suspension in Japan. You be like, dang, he got a 1-year suspension? Yeah, he got a 1-year suspension. Let me show you why. I made a video about this, but just in case you missed it. The JBC, which is the Japan Boxing Commission, they suspended him for 1 year after failing to make the 122-pound super bantamweight limit in his 10-round bout against Saul Sanchez. Oh, Saul Sanchez, by the way, he's American. So just in case when people say, oh, they just want to protect their own Japanese fighters, no, they want to protect the integrity of the sport. John Rio Casimiro is Filipino. Saul Sanchez is American. He came in overweight by 1 pound over the 122-pound limit right here. If you think I'm lying, he was given 2 hours to make weight, only to return at 123 pounds. Super bantamweight is 122 pounds. He was 1 pound over and he got a year. So if you want to say it's a 1 pound, you get a year per pound you're overweight, Gustavo Lemos would be, I know it doesn't work like that. I'm just saying hypothetically. Gustavo Lemos would be banned for 6 years in Japan. They'll be banned for 6 years in Japan. So my point is that John Rio Casimero, he came in 1 pound over the weight limit at 122. He beat up an American. It was in Japan. Obviously, that's why it's the Japan Boxing Commission. They gave him a year suspension. Now, if you know boxing, some people would because so conspiracy theorists would say, oh, they only did that because, I want, like a lot of us, including myself, we want to see John Rio Casimero go against Naoya Inoue. I think Naoya Inoue would win, but that's a fight that I like to see because I think John Rio Casimero is an exciting fighter. So some people are saying, oh, they only did that because it was John Rio Casimero to protect Inoue from having a future bout with him potentially. Well, Inoue just signed with Big Turk. I don't think Inoue's scared of him. I'm gonna be honest. I know some people think that. It's like Canelo and Benavidez. I'm also guilty of, I don't think Canelo's scared of Benavidez either. Why he's not fighting him, I don't know. I wish Naoya Inoue would fight John Rio Casimero too. So it does look like he's ducking him. But at the same time, John Rio Casimero has to make sure he abides by the rules and demonstrate some discipline and professionalism so he won't get suspended for missing weight. So he's kind of, if they are protecting him, he's helping them protect him by missing weight and stuff like that. So, and being undisciplined, But my point is that this guy came in a pound overweight, bruh. And he's banned for a year by the Japan Boxing Commission. No one over there, well, I mean, I'm not in Japan, but I highly doubt people over there saying, oh, well, it's okay, bro. Also, it's only 1 pound. 1 pound in the bodega means nothing. 1 pound in the hood means nothing. 1 pound in the Yakuza streets means nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying 6 pounds in the hood means nothing. With your stupid ass. They're not saying what they would do in the gang life. You know what I'm saying? They don't speak like that. They give him a year ban. Now, and then let's go to Ryan Garcia, right? Amir Khan, who's in England, another country that loves boxing, right? British boxer Amir Khan handed a 2-year ban over a failed drug test. What did he fail, chat? British boxer Amir Khan was handed a 2-year ban from all sports. Look, chat. I want to show you this. British. Let me zoom in because I don't think y'all feeling me right now, man. I don't think y'all hearing me right now, bro. I don't think y'all hearing me right now, bro. I don't think y'all hearing me right now, man. Y'all hearing me, but y'all ain't listening. Hold on. British boxer Amir Khan was handed a 2-year ban from all sport, not just boxing. All sport. What did he do? Oh, he had Austrian in the system. You know who else had Austrian in their system? Ryan Garcia, and he only got a year. And guess what? You say, oh, it's because he won. Kell Brook beat Amir Khan. So it's not, he didn't get suspended because he won or he beat him up. He lost, but he still had his performance enhanced. Because it doesn't matter whether you lose or you win or you're good or you're bad. When you have an enhancement drug in you, you're going to be better than you would be without the enhancement. Particularly a drug that enhances your performance. See what I did there? PED, performance enhancing drug that enhances your performance. I gave it to you forward and backwards. So there's no way that you're still confused. If you don't get it, it's because you choose not to, and that you're just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be dumb, but when you choose to be dumb, you're ignorant. So Amir Khan, he got 2 years suspension, so much to the point where he retired. Instead of taking the suspension, no accountability. But guess what? As soon as he makes himself active again, he's going to get suspended again. He's going to have to serve his time because England cares about boxing. You know who doesn't care about boxing? Us. You know who doesn't care about boxing? Us. We don't, bro. The man got banned from all sports in England, not just boxing, all sports. So it's just crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get a heroic reception. He didn't get a parade. He didn't get all types of interviews. He didn't get so much people saying, oh, it doesn't matter that you cheated. Conor Ben has been going through a legal battle for 2 years trying to fight some eggs. Because he claims it's eggs. And they're still on his head top. Gustavo Lemos just came in 6 pounds overweight, bro. People are making excuses for him in his favor. So I want to say this, bro. I'm going to even go back to, I think Floyd is a GOAT. I think Floyd is a GOAT. But Floyd came in 2 pounds overweight over Juan Manuel Marquez. Some people complained, but a lot of people were cool with it too. No, Floyd shouldn't be able to do that either. But he did pay for it. So same with Ryan Garcia. You do not hear me hold the fact that he came in 3 pounds overweight over or Devin Haney as an excuse. That's not cheating. That's being irresponsible. Just like Gustavo. I think 6 pounds is cheating. I ain't gonna lie. That's a lie. That's a whole nother weight division. 3 pounds, I still think it's unprofessional and lacks discipline. But just like Juan Manuel Marquez, Devin Haney was paid handsomely for him being overweight. You know, Keyshawn Davis is going to be paid too, but 2 pounds, okay, Juan Manuel Marquez agreed to that. Keyshawn Davis is in such a bad position because the guy came in so egregiously. It's like he feels like it's a homecoming. He's an up-and-coming fighter. He doesn't have a name like that. He kind of has to take the fight from an image standpoint, because people like the idiot saying, oh, it's in the hood, you know, they're gonna say that, oh, he's a coward, because in the hood you'll fight anybody, but it's not in the hood. They don't have weight divisions in the hood. They don't have sanctioning bodies in the hood. They don't have promoters in the hood. You know what they got in the hood? Dumbass niggas like you in the hood that think everything's okay because it happens in the hood. Like, that's not how life goes, bro. So like when you have, so like Conor Ben, or let's say Gustavo Lemos, like when Floyd Mayweather came in 2 pounds overweight, I thought that was weak. You know what I'm saying? And I like Juan Manuel Marquez. I like Floyd, but I thought that was a weak move. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. He paid for it. Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds overweight. I thought that was a weak move again. But Devin Haney charged him for it. Keyshawn Davis is different because he doesn't have the profile of a Floyd Mayweather, of a Juan Manuel Marquez, of a Devin Haney, of whoever else comes overweight. This guy's an up and comer. You know, this dude did it intentionally. Like I said, I feel like personally that the boxing commission should take it out of the boxer's hands, so that way people won't look at Keyshawn Davis and say he's weak for not fighting. I think that the commission should be like, oh no, you came in a whole nother weight division overweight. No, the fight is canceled. Because fights have been canceled before for somebody being overweight. Where do you think that happened at? Japan. Where do you think it happened at? England. Where it doesn't happen at? America. Like, I don't even know why we have weight classes in America, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, all you gotta do is just pay extra, and then you can come in with PEDs and overweight and some more shit. You probably come in there with a gun if you pay enough. He said you probably won't find the U.S. again. You think so, Jay? I'll be very surprised. I'd be impressed and surprised if there's any type of suspension for him. I don't think so. The sad part, people making it like pointing it out is bad. Yes, exactly. They make it seem like you bringing it up is bad. In fact, Keyshawn was one of those. So really, it's up to the commission to punish Lemos. Yep. And I will also say this too about Keyshawn. I want to be thank you, Oscar, for reminding me of this fact. I want to be very clear. I hope Keyshawn Davis wins, because I feel like you coming over 6 pounds overweight is garbage. But I don't feel bad for Keyshawn, because there's a lot of people disregarding Devin Haney's plight and saying that, oh, it doesn't matter. So now it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear no complaints. I'm not saying that I haven't heard any complaints. A shout out to him. He accepted the fight, and I hope he wins. But I don't feel bad for him at all. Whatever happens, because sometimes karma comes back to you very quickly. Faster than you think, quick as you could blink. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of those that were saying, oh, it doesn't matter about being overweight. It doesn't matter about the PEDs. Devin Haney got his behind whooped. He was one of the plethora of people, the multitude of people, the big crowd, you know what I'm saying? Because people like to run together like a herd because they can't stand on their own, you know, and have their own independent thought. They want to go with the masses, you know. And it's easier to ignore compassion when it comes to Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying, than it is to be like, oh no, he did the wrong thing. That's why big salute to Raymond Morotala's dad, who said it matters if somebody's on PEDs. Big salute to Sean Porter. Big salute to all the other fighters and boxing pundits and commentators and writers that say that denounce coming in with PEDs or being overweight. You know what I'm saying? So the overweight, like I said, that part doesn't bother me as much, because it was 3 pounds. You know, that's something that could be a mistake. But 6 pounds, that's no mistake, bro. You come in a whole nother weight division, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. Like he would be big for the weight division above where he's fighting at. That's crazy, bro. That's wild. So yeah, I think that and it's crazy. It's just American boxing, bro. That's how American boxing is. I don't think that he would do that if he was in Japan. I don't think he would have done that if he was in England. I don't think he would have done that if he was in anywhere else that loves boxing, man. Any big boxing country. Gustavo said he got robbed last time. He had to bring some. He had to bring something this time. That's what I said. Hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game, hate the system, man. And it's crazy. People are already saying that, oh, 6 pounds don't matter. Like, how can you say 6 pounds don't matter when 6 pounds would literally put you in a whole nother weight class? Like, sometimes people are just dumb and they just need to be quiet, bro. Like, there's no way that 6 pounds doesn't matter when 6 pounds literally, not figuratively, literally puts you in a whole nother weight class when it comes to boxing, you stupid bitch. So I just think that if you just want to watch a gladiator sport, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. But this is boxing and they have rules for a reason, you know. So to say 6 pounds doesn't matter is wild. So speaking of Keyshawn, we just got an update. So shout out to Keyshawn Davis, what they did, which is what we talked about yesterday, right? Briefly. So it says Keyshawn Davis versus Gustavo Lemos is reportedly still going ahead tonight, as Lemos has done a fight day rehydration weigh-in at 144.6. So he didn't blow up too much. He only gained 3 more pounds. He said, and is coming in under the 146-pound weight limit that was agreed upon after he came in at 6.4 pounds overweight yesterday's official weigh-in. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't blow up too much, but still, I don't think people realize the magnitude of that, because even still, he didn't go down to the weight limit. It's easier for him to rehydrate from now up until then. You know what I'm saying? It's easier because you didn't strain your body going so low. So I think people don't understand that whole process, you know, and how significant it is to not go down that extra pound. Because if you're losing weight, right, and you're trying to satisfy a weight limit, it's always easier to lose those first 10 pounds, but those last 3 pounds are the hardest to lose. You know what I'm saying? Once you get closer to where you're trying to be, that's just in anything, you know. So that's a good thing. That's good news right there. That is going on, and he didn't blow up past 146, the next limit, the rehydration limit that they put on him for missing weight in the first place. But still, like I said, it's just ridiculous, man. I think the fact that there's so many people disregarding it. Like, I want the fight to go on too, and shout out to Keyshawn for taking it. But like I said, I want to emphasize I don't feel bad for him, because he was one of those ones that were saying that it doesn't matter. So, and if it doesn't matter, then no, shout out to him for still fighting. You know, but I do hope he whoops him just for the betterment of boxing, because that's trash. That is trash, man. And it does matter, you know what I'm saying? If he loses, man, I hope he doesn't lose, because, you know, I think he's a better fighter than Gustavo Lemos, and I think stylistically it should work out. But Gustavo Lemos is a good fighter. You know, he's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter, man. All right, but yeah, the Discord's open. You can join now, man. That's all I want to talk about right there. A little quick little morning ting. I'm trying to think, make sure I didn't want. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, also, too, I wanted to update y'all, too. Remember when we had the news about Big Turk saying that he was doing something big with Ring Magazine? Well, apparently, I've seen a couple sources and a couple reports that he purchased Ring Magazine. Remember, I told you Ring Magazine was owned by Oscar De La Hoya since 2007. He has purchased it now, so hopefully it brings some more, you know, it brings... I mean, the Ring Magazine is already reputable, right? So, but hopefully it brings less confusion, you know, to the ranking system, and it brings more validity to it, right? So, shout out to Big Turk. I think it's gonna be another good thing, and he's owning like a major publication in boxing, man. So it seems like he's owning it now. So he's purchased it from, according to reports, he purchased Ring Magazine. And then also, my last thing I want to talk about too, before I bring Oscar in, is I also want to talk about, you know, I wanted to recap the last night's fight with Osley Iglesias, but we could do that after we bring in Oscar, because I think Oscar wants to talk on this. He probably wants to speak on this, on this integrity thing, or lack of, when it comes to American boxing. Let me pull up my boy right now. Yes, sir. Give me a second. Pull him up. Yo, what's good, brethren?
What's going on, Chad?
Hey, my guy. Oh, that's not my guy. Hold on. I put the wrong name there. Hold on. My bad.
Mike. Good old Mike. Man.
Yes,
so
sir.
Purchasing Ring Magazine.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy because they're gonna take Wardley. I had never fought an opposition
right
out of the goddamn ranking. Damn, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't get how Wardley's top 10, but hey, whatever. If Gustavo win, it should be a no contest. I wouldn't be mad at that, Tay. The only reason why, just because, you know, I would say I do want to make the distinction between PEDs and weight, though. I don't, like I said, I know that that's a lot. To me, that's cheating because of how much it is. But I don't think coming in overweight is cheating. You know what I'm saying? I do think it shows a lack of discipline. And you are trying to get an advantage, but every type of advantage, it could be, you know, strategic or intentional or unintentional, is not necessarily cheating. So I don't want to put being overweight in the same bag as coming in with PEDs or having plaster of Paris in your hand or whatever other scheme that you have that's using external factors. But coming in overweight is still a bad look. And when you're coming over weight at this magnitude, I do think that things like that should be considered. But I don't know if I'll go as far as saying no contest. But I wouldn't be mad at it, though. I'm saying I would agree with you, but I don't know if you could put that in the same category. You know, that's my opinion.
I would, just because he's not only above the 130 spot, he's above the 140 division.
That's true. That's a good point. He's above the next division.
He's like 2 divisions up. So I think it should be ruled a no contest. But like I was saying, like Keyshawn, Provox, Top Rank, Golden Boy, whoever you want to put, PVC. They made it to where like pointing it out or complaining about it is bitch-proof.
Yep.
And the people behind, like that guy saying that in the hood, it don't matter. This is a gentleman's sport.
Thank you. Sweet science.
Exactly. So if you're gonna give like I said, Keyshawn, he cannot say anything about it.
No.
I can't say nothing about it. He can't complain though.
Nope.
Even if he loses, I thought Lemos could upset him because he is a good fighter. Keyshawn's barely stepping up in opposition. And the guy is 6 pounds above him.
Yep.
Keyshawn can lose this fight.
Yep.
I think it comes down to a 50-50 fight now.
Yep. Agreed. On all counts.
And it's just insane that it's so true what you were saying that American boxing sucks. The fans suck. The media sucks.
Sucks, bro. Sucks, bro.
Hell, watch chat and dog, watch it. Pro Box is about to be flip flopping about this.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Tim Bradley is gonna become a joke.
Yep. You know it.
Because he's affiliated with Top Rank.
Yep.
He's about to say, "Oh, missing weight and oh, this is so unprofessional."
Yep.
I can't believe you're gonna put a. Because Keyshawn to me is one of the best American prospects that we have, and he's being put up with this. Like, yo.
That's crazy.
But he's gonna be flip flopping because he's gonna be like, okay, so this is bad, but PED ain't bad.
Right. That part.
You make
that part.
Make it make sense. So he's gonna be flip flopping a lot.
Yep. Yep. That's why it's important to be genuine and be authentic and be true to yourself and don't be so easily bought or swayed. You know, because now when it comes to you being consistent, it's almost impossible. Because you can't be, because if he's hard on Gustavo Lemos, then why weren't you hard on Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? If you're accepting of it, then are you advocating for a sport with no rules? like you know what I'm saying? So it's yeah. Like they can't even be hard on Conor Benn anymore. Like every time Chris Algieri mentioned his Conor Benn fight, they always said, "Oh, Conor Benn was on steroids." No, it don't matter. Why are you bringing it up? It doesn't matter. You got your behind woods.
He's been cleared, so
yeah.
He needs to shut the hell up. Not only that, but I don't want to move past Pro Box because fuck, I forgot my train of thought.
No, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Is that oh yeah, they were making Ryan Garcia like the hero.
Yes.
They're pushing an agenda.
Yes.
And so, where does this leave American boxing at? Where,
bro? Joke, bro. It's a joke, bro. It's a joke, bro.
I said and I reiterated yesterday what I said yesterday. In Japan, that got to be banned for life.
Facts.
For life.
Bro, it's proof. Louis Neary is proof. Louis Neary only was able to fight Naya Inoue because they wanted to get some recompense for what for what Louis Neary did to their other star. He came in overweight and he had PEDs in the system and he got banned for life. He got banned indefinitely in Japan. He only was able to fight Naya Inoue because they lifted it because they wanted Naya Inoue to put the paws on him, and he did. You know, he got dropped in the process, but you know he recovered and beat the hell out of him. Louis Neary was suspended, and you know I'm not even sure. I wonder if they reinstated the suspension. I don't know. I have to look into that. But yeah, so that's a guy who's on PEDs and overweight, and he got banned indefinitely. It means that they didn't put a time period on it because they weren't even sure how long they wanted to ban him for. You see what I'm saying? So he wasn't treated like that. He didn't get a heroic reception in Japan, you know. So
if Conor Ben was to fight, like, he can still be British, but if he was to fight out of America and he was to be clear, first of all, I don't even think it would have gone that long. But second of all,
facts.
If it, for some miracle it would have gone that long, he already have a fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, and probably a title fight too. You know, that's a ridiculous.
Yeah.
American boxing is. That's why, like, whenever people are complaining that, oh, why don't we get the big fights here, or why is American boxing dying? That's why. That's exactly why.
Yep. And I want to say too, with Big Turk, shout out to Big Turk. I know my boy Tay on Big Turk's head right now. He said, but Turk will find out. You can come to the United States like you run the place. Talk to him, Tay. But I like Big Turk though. Like I said, one thing, since we're on this topic, I respect Big Turk because he was saying that, you know, he would like to work with Ryan Garcia or something like that. The interviewer asked him, but he said that he will respect the ban that is in place of the United States. So if that's any indication for everybody else, you know, I think that would be an indication that Turk does respect the sport and the welfare of the fighter. So I thought that was a good sign because, you know, Ryan Garcia, he could go to Dubai and fight, you know, in the UAE. He could go to he was trying to fight in Japan. He can't fight in Saudi. He can't fight in Riyadh season. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was only banned in the U.S. So I wonder if it's the same thing for Conor Ben. You know, I wonder if he's respecting the English ban too. And I think he kind of is, because I don't see why Conor Ben wouldn't have fought in Riyadh season already. You know, he had all the build up with Chris Eubank Jr. and all this stuff, but he hasn't been fighting. So I'm assuming that he can't fight there either. You know, so
they have my boy Neymar in there. He was like,
yeah, had Neymar out there, man. And so one time for Brazilian football. But yeah, I think that's good, man. I think that all the sanctioning, I mean, not sanctioning bodies, but like the commissions and stuff like that, like Japan Boxing Commission, English Boxing Commission, you know, the British Board of Boxing Control, British Boxing Board of Control, and the United States Boxing Commissions, whether it's in New York, Texas, or whatever. I think that they should all be in agreement when it comes to suspending somebody and keeping the purity and the sanctity of the sport, man. You know, and keeping it clean. I think that if someone gets suspended for PEDs, it shouldn't just be applicable in their home nation or their home country or their immediate proximity. It should be everywhere, bro, because cheating is cheating, bro. It don't matter if you're cheating a Japanese boxer, a Filipino boxer, or American boxer, a Mexican boxer, Asian boxer, whatever. I mean, a Jamaican boxer, Nigerian boxer, whatever, English boxer. You're cheating a boxer, you're cheating a boxer. That's bad for the sport. So let me hit number 23 real quick. Number 23 says, do you guys think Keyshawn's still winning, or is it dangerous? I think it's more dangerous. I still think he wins, because like I said, I think Keyshawn's a good fighter. I think Gustavo Lemos is a good fighter, but I definitely think this is obviously is not in his favor. It's in Gustavo Lemos' favor. So whatever you thought the odds were, I think that the odds for Gustavo Lemos raised and it evened out a little bit. I think it could be a 50-50 fight, like Oscar was saying. So before I had Keyshawn Davis, I didn't go say winning heavily, but you know, Gustavo Lemos is a good fighter. We saw how he performed against Richardson Hitchens. But we know Richardson Hitchens is a different fighter from Keyshawn, right? Richardson Hitchens is more of a finesse style, more of a evasive style. I'll point you, jab, you know, use your range. Keyshawn is more of a brawler, so we'll see how that goes. He might brawl with him, but I do think that I still think Keyshawn wins, but there's no excuses for me. He ain't gonna get no excuse for me, because like I said, I saw the way that he handled when other people get cheated. So we gotta keep the same energy, man. That's why you gotta be careful. Just do what's right. It's easy to just do what's right, you know. Then that way you ain't gotta worry about being consistent. You're just gonna be consistent by default because you're always doing what's right or saying what's right and thinking, and not just acting off of emotion and being petty or whatever. So
right. Not only that, do you think we're gonna see anybody come out? Gustavo Lemos is only sold ever billions of something overweight.
Yeah, facts. Facts. It don't matter. Yeah, I'm sure they will, bro.
It don't matter. We know if this was an Oscar fighter, he already been like, it's just weight. I fought somebody like that.
Yep.
Oh, who you fought? You know.
Oscar crazy, bro. Is the Mexican card in Saudi or United States? You talking about the Latino Nights card?
Latino Nights?
Yeah. That's in Saudi Arabia, right?
Hey, man, I'm ready for that one, too. That one's lit.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm looking forward to that one, too. I wish Kenneth Sims Jr. was on there, but against Oscar Duarte. I can't remember. Let me see. Who was he fighting? I remember I said it earlier, but I don't remember now.
Oh, so about that car with Matchroom versus Golden Boy.
Uh-huh.
You said it was Virgil versus Boots, right?
Matchroom versus Golden Boy. Yeah, that's the one that Oscar countered with. Yeah, so it's in my bad. Let me hit Tay real quick. Tay said it's in Saudi Arabia. Remember, it's Riyadh season, Latino nights. But what happened to Ken? He got injured. I'm gonna try to tell you. I'm gonna tell you who Oscar Duarte is fighting. But what were you asking now? Go ahead. Sorry, bro.
Aside from that Virgil fight, because I do think Virgil Ortiz. Well, depends where it is. If it's at 147, I got Boots winning all day.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's at if it's a catch weight, then I'm gonna have to lean for Virgil.
A catch weight, any catch weight above 147, you're saying?
Not above. Just I think above 147. It's gonna give a leeway for Virgil on that weight setting.
I'm not mad at that. Because I would think if it happens, I mean, I would think it would happen at 154. That's in my head, but I don't know. I just
154. I got Virgil winning.
Yeah, I would think it would be at 154 simply because, you know, I think it's always. I ain't gonna say ridiculous, but I think if you have a fight and the one guy is a bigger guy, I think that the smaller guy has to go to the bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that because especially when you talking about Boots, who was talking about potentially going to 154 anyway. So I don't think that they should go down. Now if you talk about like something like a big guy like, you know, somebody that's like Margarito versus Pacquiao, then of course you got to, you know, kind of go down and have a catch weight that favors a smaller guy or at least makes it a little bit even. But if you're talking about two guys that are separated by one division, you know, then I think that the smaller guy should always go to.
And they both got about the same amount of height. So.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I would think it would be at 154 anyway, at least in my head.
But aside from that fight, I see an Eddie clean sweep.
Say it one more time. I didn't hear you. Aside from that fight.
Aside from that fight, Eddie takes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That's what I be saying, man. Like,
I got like 4-1, 5-0.
He's celebrating Frank Warren like if it was his own.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, Tay asked me. I can't find who you said what happened to Kennedy. He got injured. I don't remember what injury it was. I don't remember who Oscar Duarte is fighting, his replacement. But let me find it for you real quick. But yeah, exactly. We talked about it already, but I don't remember.
I can't remember either. But yeah, man, like Oscar. It's more notable with Oscar because he don't really like Eddie Hearn, but he's been celebrating like if it was his fighters winning against Eddie.
Right.
When if you look at the fights that Eddie lost at the divisions where he lost, you see that Frank Warren has some heavy hitters there. Heavyweight, that's all clean theory right now.
Don't make any sense, bro. That man celebrating like it's all. That man crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, I hope that he accepts this. I mean, he pitched it now, so he should be good. He should be good, man. Yeah, he countered and said all the fights, and what's the name said, okay, yeah, that's cool.
And like supposedly he's a better matchmaker.
Yep.
So if they get swept, that's an Oscar.
Hey.
If they get swept, that's an Oscar. He's a better matchmaker.
Yep.
That's his counter offer.
Yep. Facts. Let me pull this up real quick for my guy. Here it goes right here, Tay. So Kenneth Jr. is off. Oscar Duarte is now fighting Boterzan Akhmadov as a replacement to Kenneth Sims Jr.
Wait, who?
You got me laughing because I want to play the who the fuck is that guy when you said that. He's fighting Oscar Duarte is fighting Boterzan. He's fighting Boterzan Akhmadov.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that?
That's
messed up, man. Shout out to Borders on, man. Shout out to Borders on. But yeah, he replaced Kenny Sims Jr. Yo, just doing the building. What's good, brother?
It's just a name drop on that. It's just
Yeah, Bortizon Akmadal. That just sound like a medication, over the counter drug. Sound like a cream. Bortizon.
It sounds like a pharmacy.
Yeah, it sounds like a pharmaceutical drug. Bortizon. Oh, man, gotta take some of that Bortizon, man. That Neosporin and that Bortizon. That Benadryl.
It's just the name drop, man. Because before it was one of the, I thought it was gonna take fight of the night.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I thought Kenneth Sims Jr. and Oscar Duarte had potential to be fighting tonight. I agree.
But then now we have, man, I just say that he got injured.
Yeah, that would have been a good fight. But I still think it's a good card, though. You know, I mean, obviously it just got a little weaker, but you know, I'm still excited to see Zepeda and Farmer. I think Zepeda wins, but I want to see how he deals with Farmer. Because Farmer has some good, you know, he's a cerebral fighter, smart fighter, slick fighter. And then also looking forward to me, the fight that I'm looking forward to the most. Even if Duarte and Kenneth Sims were fighting, I still want to see Jose Carlos Ramirez versus Arnold Barbosa Jr. I like that fight a lot.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was a great fight.
Yeah, so they still got some hitters there. And then, of course, you still have the unification at cruiserweight between Zerto and CBS as a main event. And then you still have, what's the name, the minimum weight champion, too, Oscar Collazo. I can't remember who he's fighting. But, you know, he's always exciting to watch. So it's still a good fight card. But it would be better, of course, with Kenneth Sims Jr. included.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just, man, that card's stacked, too. For the boxing fans, that card is stacked.
Yeah. Yep. He said, I'm happy Tevin Farmer fighting. So, yeah, man, it's a good look. That's what I'm saying, man. I know some people don't like Big Turk, and I'm not here to convince anybody otherwise. I'm not here to advocate. I'm not on his payroll. But just for me and my experience, man, I don't know how people don't like him, man. You know, shoot. Hey, everything that he's been doing has been for the betterment of boxing from my perspective where I'm sitting. Now, you know, you always want to look some steps ahead and stuff like that in the future, but I don't know what he could do. I mean, of course he could mess it up stuff. He could mess stuff up, of course, but he hasn't been showing me that he has that intention, you know, because remember, he's not just in boxing, right? It's not just boxing. He's in tennis. He's in NASCAR. He's in other sports and entertainment and cinema and music.
He's in all sports, actually.
Right.
He's in, what's it called? Not baseball, but the other one.
Cricket?
Cricket, yeah.
Yeah. So in cricket, he's in what it called, like music as well, you know. So shout out to him, and he's reaching out to Tevin Farmer. Like Tevin Farmer just lost to Raymond Muratalla. I thought Tevin Farmer beat Raymond Muratalla. It was a close fight though, could have went either way, but I thought Tevin Farmer did enough to edge it out. But you know, otherwise they would put Tevin Farmer on the sideline because he lost, you know. But Saudi Arabia, you know, and Big Turk put him on another card. Come on now, that's dope.
I'm gonna ask you about it. How does Tevin Farmer lose? Although it was a great fight, very close.
Man,
I had it as a draw. I mean, that's just me personally.
Or a draw, yeah, even a draw.
But how does he come from losing and fighting for an interim champion when he's number 13?
That I do not know, my brother. I do not know.
Hell out of me yesterday. I was like, wait a minute.
Hey, how did Sebastian Fedor get to fight after coming out of knockout laws? Get to fight Tim Tszyu for 2 belts? Hey, it's just circumstances, man. You know, you never know when it's your turn. You know, because what's the name got hurt, right? Who was it? Keith Thurman, right? Keith Thurman got hurt, and then he was the next guy up on on availability, and you know, just got. Hey, when you're born ready, you ain't got to get ready. So you just stay ready, man. You never know what's gonna happen, no matter what. If you're coming off a loss, like Errol Spence. As much as I love Errol Spence, he seems like he's gonna have a shot at it. If the fight ever happens, if it ever happens, you know.
If it ever happens.
Yeah, if it ever happens. If it ever happens.
That fight didn't be dropped. Errol was heading to retirement, and he's dragging Fedor right with him.
Right. Facts. Bring Fedor right with him. That's a good point.
If that fight don't happen, Tim Tszyu will upset Fedor.
Mm-hmm.
The inactivity is way too long, man.
Yes. Inactivity is too much, man. Too much.
Errol's gonna be like, what, 2 years?
Yeah. Approaching 2 years. Yeah. Facts. And then what's the name? What's the name too though? Remember, Joe Cordino was coming off his first loss. That was a knockout to Anthony Kakasi, and then Zepeda wasn't available to fight or didn't want to fight, whatever. Shakur, and he was gonna get an opportunity for a title. So these things happen in boxing, man, more often than we recognize. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could come off a loss, your first knockout loss, and get a title shot. Hey, hey, Dooley in the building. We got Smoochie in the building. One time for the ladies. But yeah, man. So I think that with this boxing stuff, man, like I said, American boxing, but we have a long way to go, man. I think that we need to speak up more in regards to like the good fights that are happening, like this Latino card sponsored by Saudi Arabia, you know, Riyadh season. This is a great card. And then we also need, in my opinion, like, but that's what I'm here for. You know, I'm gonna do it. You know, I think that we should at least let it be known, at least get it out there. When someone does something that's wrong, man, to the detriment of somebody else, if you do something wrong and it doesn't bother anybody, whatever, that's your business. But when you do something like coming 6 pounds overweight, a whole nother weight division, bro, and you put somebody in a corner, a up and coming prospect, you know, it's gonna hurt his image if he doesn't fight. Because like I said, you got ignorant fools talking about, oh, in the street it don't matter, and, you know, in the hood 6 pounds don't matter. Like in the hood, there's no sanctioning bodies, bro. In the hood, there's no championships. In the hood, there's no promoters. In the hood, you can't get generational wealth from fighting in the hood. Like, so this is like Oscar says, a gentleman's sport. It's a sweet science. I don't care if you fighting in the gang, in the mafia, in the fraternity. It don't matter. This is a professional sport, man. It should be upheld as such and treated as such, man. Like,
that's why
crazy,
boxing
bro.
is one of the hardest sports ever.
Right.
Because you gotta be professional at all times.
Yep.
I mean, professional in the sense that you gotta make weight.
Yep.
You gotta be clean. You need to be on a diet. You need to cut weight. You need to gain weight. You need to work on your style. It's harder to be a champion in boxing than it is in MMA.
Yep.
That's just a fact. So, whenever somebody does anything that goes outside the confines of boxing, I'm sorry, but they should be uphold to it. They should put their feet in the fire.
Yeah.
Like, what does the commission do? Like the sanctioning bodies do?
Right.
They spend the other way because they get paid anyway.
And I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, with Japan Boxing Commission, I literally, people just don't pay attention. But just because you don't pay attention doesn't mean that something doesn't exist or something's not going on, man. Just because you're ignorant to it or oblivious to it. Like, we literally saw this happen, bro. It hasn't even been a month. When did they fight? October 14th? John Rio Casimiro and Saul Sanchez. They fought in Japan. John Rio Casimiro came in 1 pound over 122. He came in at 123. He got a year suspension for coming in 1 pound overweight. This guy, Gustavo Lemos, shout out to him. He's a good fighter, but he not only came in overweight, he came in a whole nother division. He's overweight if he was fighting at 140. He's fighting at one. I gotta keep saying it because I don't think people realize the severity of that. He didn't just come in overweight for the weight division he's fighting at. He would be overweight in the weight division that's above the weight division that he's fighting at. If he was fighting at 140, he would still be a pound overweight.
Yeah, theoretically, he's 2 pounds.
Two divisions overweight. Yes.
2 divisions up.
He's 2 divisions up, bro. That's crazy, bro. And then you got dummies saying, "Oh, it don't matter because you know he's from the hood." Now I want to ask this. So, and to be fair to you, like I said, I want to emphasize this point too. It wasn't just Japan taking care of Japanese boxers. John Rio Casimiro is Filipino. Saul Sanchez is American. John Rio Casimiro came in 1 pound overweight, beat the American in Japan, and he still got a year suspension out of Japan. So he cannot fight in Japan for a year. Now, and with Gustavo Lemos. Bro, this is crazy, bro. So, like, I want to know, would we say that, 6 pounds don't matter in the hood if John Rio Casimiro, when John Rio Casimiro did that to Saul Sanchez, did anybody say 1 pound don't matter in the hood? Like, I don't like, why does it matter if it's in the bodega, in the hood, in the favelas, in the suburbs? Wrong is wrong everywhere you go.
Bro, and you know one thing? I don't think that was confidential with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, yep.
I think it was on purpose. And not to expose Keyshawn, just because they know, hey, they can't complain. They can't complain. They've been calling Devin Haney weak.
Yep.
If he does anything, if they do anything towards me, they're gonna look like bitches.
Yep.
So it's a game.
Yep.
But hey, that's the agenda other people want to push around. Not me.
Facts. He said, Tay said, did Osley win? I was knocked out. Hey, his opponent was knocked out too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. We're gonna talk about that. Please, hey, Oscar, please remind me to talk about that too. But I don't want to get too sidetracked, Tay. But we go about. But yes, he got knocked out. But I thought it was a little controversial, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, not that the dude had a chance, but I don't know. But we'll talk about it. Yes, sir. Just do all facts. Tay, yeah, my fighter won. It was beautiful. All my fighters won. Shout out to Canelo. Dan something said, yeah, it's blunt that overweight. It's just disrespectful to the sport. Exactly, Dan. Without weight classes, not boxing. Period. Exactly, Dan. Like, I don't even get why people are cool with it, you know. But that, like I said, it's American boxing. Like, Japan wouldn't be cool with it. England, you see what Conor Ben's still going through. He's been going through this for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And then UCAD and the BBBFC, the British Boxing Board of Control, they said, hold on, you're not cleared yet, bro. We can still appeal this ourselves. Yeah. So they want to hit him with the book, and I think that's good because it would mitigate. It's not going to eliminate cheating or any type of infractions, but it's going to mitigate the amount of cheating and the frequency of it, because it's going to make people more cautious. They be like, hold on now, we see what happened to Conor Ben, we see what happened to John Rio Casimiro, but then guess what? They also see what happened to Ryan Garcia. If they fight in America, they do whatever they want, and they'll have a hero reception. They have a heroic reception. It's crazy, bro.
My next point is
it's a Ryan Garcia effect.
All the other countries and their sanctioning bodies, they're doing great for the sport.
Yep.
And you know what else? They're making America look like ass.
Shit.
America looks like a video boxing.
Yes. We look like hood boxing, like we look like bodega boxing, hood boxing, favela boxing, any type of boxing that just uphold a standard. It just looks like raggedy ass boxing, bro.
It looks like Fight Club up in here.
Fight Club, bro. Fight Club, facts. And it's like, bro, if Ryan Garcia would have did that, and whether you like Devin Haney or not, like I said, it's not about liking or disliking the fighter. It's about keeping the sport. If Ryan Garcia would have did that, I just showed you Amir Khan, right? Amir Khan got 2 years suspension for having Austrian in his system in a loss to Kell Brook. That was in England. If he did this in England, he would have been suspended, reprimanded even worse. If he did this in Japan, he probably would never fight again.
Yeah.
Because we seen Louis Neary, who had PEDs and he was overweight, and guess what? He was suspended indefinitely in Japan. They only lifted the ban so he could fight Naoya Inoue, so Naoya Inoue could get revenge, enact revenge on the guy that he cheated. These are facts, bro. Look it up. Like, the man got an indefinite suspension in Japan, bro. Like, but we cool with it though, you know. We cool. It should be a year every pound. But I'm telling you, that's exactly, Tay. Like, John Rio Casimiro came in 1 pound overweight. He got a year suspension. And so if you want to say a year per pound average, Gustavo Lemos would be suspended 6 years in Japan. Like I said, I don't think it goes like that, of course. But hey, because what's the name got 6 months for coming in overweight. I don't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. But somebody in Japan got 6 months for coming in overweight. And I don't remember what the quantity was, and I don't remember who it was. But so it does vary.
I wonder if in Japan it varies if you win or you lose.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it does. He said, shout out to my Argentinian brethren and sister. I wanted Lemos to win, but not this way. Yeah, thank you, because you're responsible and you're honest, bro. Like, it doesn't matter who you like. It don't matter whether if you're from Argentina, Nigeria, United States, Mexico, whatever. We like boxing first, right? So you should upkeep the integrity of the sport, the safety of the sport, the purity of the sport. So whenever somebody cheats, it makes it look bad. Now, I'm not saying mistakes don't happen. Of course, accidents happen, but you go to court and you prove your innocence, like Canelo did, like Alicia Baumgardner did, and the others that done so. You know, or you try to appeal like Ben. Yeah, or you try to appeal like Conor Ben. But when you just take it and act like it's a slap on the wrist, like Ryan Garcia, and you come out here making music videos, you being celebrated, like I said, you're getting a hero's reception, like you did something good, and you cheated. It's crazy, bro. That's why I guarantee you, Gustavo Lemos, whoever else that's coming in over, like I said, even when Floyd Mayweather came in overweight, like I said, it's different. Even with Ryan Garcia too, him coming in overweight against Devin Haney and Floyd coming in overweight against Marquez, it's 2 pounds and 3 pounds respectively, 3 pounds and 2 pounds respectively. But it's still wrong. But at least it's not a whole nother weight division. This man came in a whole nother weight division. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Like I said yesterday, 1 or 2 pounds, it happens.
It happens.
You miss weight. 3 to 4, I think you're kind of pushing it, but it's still bad. But it's still not as bad. 5 and up, dude, that's just not even trying. 5 pounds.
5 pounds, bro.
I bet he was eating lasagna, man. Like I said yesterday,
bro.
He was eating asado. He was eating choripán. You know.
Yeah.
he was eating all that stuff, man. Ain't no way.
Eating
There's no way. If you're trying, there's no way 6 pounds is available.
Yeah, Tay said he needs 6 years for sure. Right, Smoochie said 6.4 is 6 years, 4 months. Pack him up. Like I said, I like Gustavo Lemos. I think he's a good fighter. I thought this fight was gonna be close. I think it's gonna be closer now that he came in overweight. But you just don't do that, bro. You just don't do that. It don't matter if you're whatever you relate. It don't matter if you're black, Hispanic, Asian, Caucasian, white or whatever. It doesn't matter. Male, female. Wrong is wrong and right is right, bro. Like it is what it is, bro. Like weight classes matter. It's not knocking, Gustavo Lemos, but like I said, I really do think it's a Ryan Garcia effect. I don't think that people will be so willing to do this in other countries. You know what I'm saying? You just don't see it as often as over here, and you don't see it being dealt with such disregard out like it's nothing, bro. Like if it's nothing, then what's the point of having weight classes?
No, yeah, facts. And like I said, it all comes from the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney stuff. Once people start pushing that agenda.
Yep. Right. Oh, okay. They cool with it? Bet.
Yeah. What do they expect was gonna happen?
Yep. He said, "Nah, Lemos a cool dude. He paying Keyshawn the fee money for I mean, that's the rules, all right. That's not really being cool. Yeah, that's not really being cool. I'm not attacking Gustavo Lemos. I'm attacking the act. You know what I'm saying, Canelo? Don't make it into something that it's not. We're not attacking. Yeah, we're not attacking him as a person. Like he might be a cool dude. He might be a good dude. This was still wrong. It don't matter. Like good people could do bad things and bad things could do good things, but bad people could do good things. It's what you do in the totality, you know what I'm saying, that determines what kind of character you are. So you can be a good person and mess up and do a bad thing. That don't mean you're a bad overall person. I'm not saying he's a bad overall person, but this was wrong. Coming in 6 pounds overweight, you're not trying, bro. You come in 6 pounds overweight, you didn't try. You didn't try, bro. Like that was intentional.
We said Lemos is a great fighter. He's a good fighter. I think he's a great fighter.
Facts.
It's just that one, if you're breaking the rules, and you don't believe in yourself. First of all,
I agree.
I ain't got no reason to believe in him winning.
Right.
Now,
facts.
This does make it closer, though. This makes it a 50-50 fight.
Yep.
Because I'm not gonna sit here and preach that 6 pounds is bad, and then say, oh yeah, but then Keyshawn still wipes him out the board. No, it's a 50-50 fight.
Yep.
And that's a bitch move, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
You don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So why should I believe in yourself?
Right. I agree. Yeah, it's not good or bad. It's exactly, Smoochie. So yeah, so Canelo, yeah, I'm not saying Gustavo Lemos is a bad. I don't think Oscar's saying that. None of us are saying that. It's the rules, bro. You gotta abide by the rules. They're in place. Like I said, what's the point of having? If we're cool with coming in 6 pounds overweight, then eliminate weight division. It's just a free for all. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we should watch Artur Beterbiev versus I don't know. Versus,
just right now.
Versus Inoue or versus Juto Nakatani. Why not? Or Terrence Crawford. Why not? Forget weight classes. I know that's a far ways away, but you got to understand that he's literally overweight even if he fought at 140. You realize that, Canelo. So his last 2 fights were at 140, right? If he was fighting at those 2 fights, if he was fighting Richardson Hitchens at 140, he would still be overweight. That's how much overweight he is. That's a problem, bro. That's a problem. That's a problem. Well, Dan, he's saying that because, like I showed Canelo, I'll show you again just in case I know you came in a little late. I want to show you this right here. This is what we made, Canelo. This is the point I was making. So shout out to Dan. Dan is right. I agree with Dan. Like I said, I'm not saying it should be per pound like that, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. So I want to show you this right here. John Rio Casimiro. I know a lot of us don't pay attention to the smaller weights, but I love boxing. We love boxing, so I'm watching all boxing, male, female, small, heavyweight, no matter middleweight. So I want to show you this right here. In Japan, former three division champion John Rio Casimiro was suspended for 1 year by the JBC, Japan Boxing Commissions, after he beat Saul Sanchez, who's American. So it's not just a Japanese thing, but they fought in Japan. That's why the Japanese Boxing Commission is very relevant. So it was a Filipino fighter, John Rio Casimiro. He fought Saul Sanchez, American, at 122. He came in at 123. That's 1 pound overweight. He got a 1 year suspension by the JBC because they fuck with boxing. They really like boxing, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's not the first guy, it's not the last guy that got suspended for coming in overweight. So if you want to apply the same logic and a comparable punishment, then you come in 6 pounds overweight in Japan, you might get 6 years. You might get buried in the backyard. Depends on who you beat. You do that to Naya anyway, you probably wouldn't leave Japan. That'd be the last time the people see you if you do that to Naya anyway. They probably kill you. The body is emotion. Give your body to Godzilla. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You mess around, do that to Junto Nakatani or gosh dang Naya anyway, boy, it won't be able to find your body.
Sue me?
Oh man, Susumi? Yeah, Susumi
That
look
guy.
like he on some gangster Yakuza shit. You better not do that to
No,
Susumi.
damn well who I am.
Susumi
Who the fuck is that?
I didn't mean to play that, my fault. Oh man, so that's what he's saying. I do think 6 years would be excessive too, but we just saying hypothetically if you were to keep that same punishment pattern, because I've seen people miss weight and get 6 months as well in Japan as well. So, but yeah, he beat Saul Sanchez. This happened October 14th or something like that, very recent. So that's why I say,
it was just last month.
yeah, just last month, barely a month ago, not even a month ago. And so when we say these things, and especially when I say these things, you know, I'm trying to establish that reputation of I don't just say things off of feelings and emotion, bro. I usually have. That's why I was one of the first people. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was the first person to say that Ryan Garcia was gonna get suspended. It was gonna be a no contest. I literally, I don't watch all boxing channels, so I can't say that definitively. But just judging from my comments, you go look back at that video. I told people in the video when it happened, I said if the B sample comes back negative, we're gonna wait and give it the benefit of the doubt, because even a slim chance is still a chance to prove your innocence. But the B sample came back positive. I dropped the video and I said, bro, I pointed out Keyshawn Davis. It's funny that we talk about Keyshawn again, but Keyshawn Davis had a banned substance of marijuana, cannabis in his system when he fought Nahir Albright. And that was changed to a no contest. Marijuana is not a performance enhancing drug. It doesn't add to your performance at all. However, in Texas, it's on the banned substance list. So after he beat Nahir Albright and they found out he tested positive during the fight, that was changed to a no contest. And it's not even a PED. It's not even as significant as a steroid. It's not a steroid. But that's just their rules. So once I seen that, I said, bro, it's gonna be a no contest. And people call me all types of dumb. People call me all types of stupid. They say, oh, you think you're you think you're a real doctor, or you think you're a toxicologist, you think you're a scientist. But bitch, I actually am a scientist. That's actually what I do. That's actually what I did. So you stupid there. But even me being a scientist, that has nothing to do with me knowing that he was gonna get suspended. All I had to do was read. That's it. So if you could read, you can find it out too. So because I'm not that type of scientist, you know, I'm not a toxicologist, but it's just funny how people are very ignorant and they think because they don't know something that you don't know something. No, you're just dumb. You go off your emotions. I go off of facts, and I go off of documentation, and I go off of evidence, and I go off of history. That's how I knew. I'm not freaking Miss Cleo or some type of psychic or some type of, you know what I'm saying, I'm Nostradamus or something like that. It's just I go off of evidence, and I go off of clues, and I go off of history. Nothing is new about the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney situation. It's just new to you because you care about it now. You didn't care about the other guys that it happened to. It's not new. There's nothing. Devin Haney taking him to court and suing him. He's not trailblazing that. He's not the pioneer of boxing when it comes to suing somebody. People have done that before. People have cheated before. People have been tested for PEDs before. All this has happened. Nothing is new under the sun. What they say, Oscar? History repeats itself. History repeats itself.
Yeah, and you know who did it before Haney?
Who did it before Haney?
Loma.
Yeah. Right.
But he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Facts. Doc Miss Cleo, that's crazy, Smoochie. He a Hall of Famer. Talk to him. Talk to him. Loma petitioned. Vladimir Shishkin, like a lot of people, like Vladimir Shishkin just petitioned. That's just that fight with him and what's his name, William Skull. That just happened like a couple weeks ago. When he lost, he's petitioning, saying that he don't think he lost. He wants that overturned. Lomachenko petitioned against Devin Haney when he wanted that overturned. These things happen all the time, bro. You just don't pay attention.
Yep.
You just don't pay attention. Nothing about the Devin Haney situation, from the PEDs to the failed tests to the court cases. Nothing about his situation is new. Nothing. It's just new to you because you're just not paying attention. Nothing is new about the situation. Tarver and Steve Cunningham. Steve Cunningham took Antonio Tarver to court because he tested positive for PEDs in their draw when they fought. Zab Judah and Cletus, he took him to court for potentially having PEDs. I can give you examples, bro. But you go ahead and listen to those other boxing channels that speak off emotions like little bitches. Go ahead, go listen to them. Go listen to them and think that they're telling you the truth. No matter how many times they lie to you, go listen to them and think they're telling you the truth. Joe stupid.
Go listen to bitch Tim Bradley.
Right. Go listen to him, bro. Problem with trying to come up with rules is one size doesn't fit all. That's true, Finn. Guidelines should be in place, such as X month pre. I agree with that, and then handled on case by case. I agree with that. Yeah, but that's the thing, because they need to work together. Like, that's why I say Big Turk. Another thing, like, I know I sound like a freaking advocate. Big Turk need to pay me, but I thought it was very dope and very professional of him for him to respect the ban for Ryan Garcia. He said that, I want to work with Ryan Garcia, but we're going to respect the suspension that he has in the United States. That's like, so when people say that Big Turk is doing wrong things, he might not be doing everything right, but that's a good sign, because we just saw Conor Benn, who's suspended in England. We just saw him fight against Peter Dobson, right? Where'd he fight? In America. We should honor the suspension in England. I think that the commissions, like the sanctioning bodies, they could do whatever they want to do, but I feel like the commissions are there to uphold the integrity of the sport, to keep the purity of the sport, and pay attention and be concerned with their main priority should be the concern of the boxer's welfare. And cheating that definitely impacts that in a negative manner. So I think the commissions, like the Japan Boxing Commission, like the British Boxing Board of Control, the BBBFC, and New York State Athletic Commission, or any other commission in the United States, Mexico, Japan, England, Jamaica, Nigeria, wherever, they should all uphold the same standard. Because if you cheat,
not
you're
only
cheating.
that, I think we already talked about it, but like the more other countries do good, the worse the USA looks.
Facts.
And the less USA is gonna be the mecca of boxing.
Facts.
Hell, even Saudi with 1 year overtook him.
Talk to him.
With 1 year.
Talk to him.
Because we haven't seen this level of boxing in a minute.
Yep.
And actually, no, I was watching boxing in 2010.
Yep.
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dan. Yeah. It was the same with Neary. Yes, so they lifted the ban so Inoue could put them paws on him, and they almost got upset. You see how all of Japan got quiet when Neary dropped him in it?
yeah, it got quiet for a minute.
It got quiet. Everybody in Japan got quiet when Neary dropped him. They was like, "Oh, this was not part of the script."
And they were like, "Vodka,
bro." Oh my gosh, bro! If Neary would have did that, he would have been I ain't gonna lie, he probably wouldn't have made it out of Japan. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, they were like that. They would have been stabbing him. You gotta do that here. You gotta do that here.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. He would have won that fight, bro. He probably would have got murdered, bro. They would have hit the body, boy. So, yeah, that was the plan, though. So he was banned. I can't remember the guy that he cheated, but it was another Japanese fighter. He cheated or whatever, PEDs and overweight and such. So they banned him indefinitely. Then they lifted the ban, just for, in a way to get recompense and enact revenge for his countrymen and stuff like that. So it was a huge. If you go read it, it's pretty interesting. I think it's interesting. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, he was banned indefinitely.
After that, he went with Canelo, and then Canelo was like, "I don't want that shit."
Yep.
But man, hey, let's talk about last night though, man.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it, bro.
What you think about the stop?
Okay, so we go straight to the main event. I think Canelo asked about that, or maybe it was Tay. Somebody asked about that. Yeah, I thought the stoppage I thought the stoppage between Ozzy Iglesias and Petro Ivanov. I don't think Ivanov was going to win. So I want to say that first off. So I'm not mad at the stoppage from considering the fact that he wasn't going to win. It didn't seem like he was going to win. But I don't respect the stoppage because I don't care what you think. I don't care what I think. I don't care he has to have a chance. The man is 19-0. He's undefeated. He never lost before. You give him an opportunity to fail. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, to me, it looked like they were looking for an excuse to give Ozzy Iglesias the win, and I don't like that. I think Ozzy Iglesias was going to win anyway, so I'm not diminishing his victory or saying that he isn't a capable fighter. He's being protected or nothing like that. But I felt like they wanted to. I feel like everybody wanted to go home. Hell. I ain't gonna lie. So I was tired of it too, man. Top Rank is trash, man. They gotta be more punctual with their time, bro. But at the same time, you got to give Petro Ivanov, like I say, he's an undefeated fighter, man. Respect him. It was a championship fight too, right? It wasn't one of the 4 belts, but it was IBO, which might be a 5th belt. We might be upcoming. We might be on the cusp of having a 5 belt era. I hope not, but we might be. But it was for the IBO belt, bro. It was a championship belt on the line. Both guys undefeated. You don't want to lose your O, and you can still keep going. I thought that was whack. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they kind of robbed him. But like I said, I don't think he was gonna win anyway. So I guess.
I want to touch on that 2 things before I get into the fight. Number 1, I hopped in the stream and you were like yawning, and then you were like having a hard time keeping your eyes open. Like you were like 10 seconds, and then you're like, oh shit. I was like,
bro, I was playing a cell phone game trying to stay awake, bro.
Second of all, I don't understand how people complain about the events in Riyadh season.
Oh my gosh.
Whenever Top Rank is doing this, like that's just another example why it's so good. I like the Riyadh season timing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You finish up early, you can still go out, you can still spend some time with the family.
Yep.
Now, the fight itself, that was the worst stoppage. No, not the worst, but one of the worst stoppages.
Talk to him.
Dude, you cannot, you took the O, like it was, you cannot do that. The ref was like, oh, I forgot my lasagna in the oven.
Yep.
He just took that O like that, man. I was like, damn. It looked like Aussie Iglesias was gonna win. He was running that one too. He was running the crisp.
Yep.
But I just don't get like how you take a guy's O like that.
Yeah, that's what hurts me. I felt bad for the Ukrainian. Yeah, that was that's not good to see. You know, like it'd be different. And like he even, you know, he protested too. Like, you know, everybody. That's the thing when people say like, oh, he wasn't mad. You don't know that, bro. Everybody's not as demonstrative as others. You know what I'm saying? Some people may be mad and be quiet mad. Some people may be mad and erupt. Some people may be loud, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't judge it. If you watch that fight, you see when the referee stopped it. The dude was like, "What are you doing?" Like, and then he just calmed down. You know, after he had a little outburst, and then, you know, and then he just calmed down. I was like, you know, you can't do nothing about it. You know, so but I do think that Petro Ivanov, he should have been afforded more time to prove himself and stuff like that. But I did hear that they have history and they're former sparring partners or something like that. But still though, like that has nothing to do with the fight, man. You judge it independently as two capable fighters and let the best man win, and let that person feel like he gave it his all. You know, I don't feel like I don't feel like he would say that he got a fair shake. He got dropped once.
I didn't even feel like he got started.
That's what I'm saying. Like exactly. Like, come on, bro. You never know how somebody might get tired. You know, like imagine, rest in peace, Diego Corrales. Imagine if that fight was stopped. Now, I mean, that's a bit extreme, you know, because that fight was crazy, and it could have been stopped. Yeah. But still, though, imagine if that was stopped, then, you know, Castillo would have won. You know, and Diego Corrales turned it around. So you don't want to underestimate. I know you got to use your discretion, and I want to be very clear too. The refs' jobs are hard because, you know, shout out to that ref that didn't stop it. You know, where other refs would have stopped it. I don't think they would have been wrong, but thank God that guy didn't, because Diego Corrales got the win, and we got a classic fight, right? Rest in peace, Diego Corrales. But it's like you never know when to stop it sometimes. But Petro wasn't even at that point. You know, he didn't look like he was. He got dropped, yes, but outside of getting dropped, he didn't look like he was.
He wasn't even hurt.
Right. He didn't see him. He was too hurt. He didn't see like he was losing his faculty. Like he wasn't aware. He wasn't cognizant of where he was. He wasn't lacking anything. You know. He had all his faculties intact. He I didn't understand that stoppage. Bro. I thought it was
still jabbing at least.
Right. Yeah, you never know. What if Ozzy Iglesias would have got tired? You never know what his gas tank is like. You know, and you know. So yeah, I don't know. And to be fair too, that doesn't even help Ozzy Iglesias either, because because what if he goes through adversity now? It's like he might not know how to deal with it. Like he could have had, you know, gave him more reps in, you know, and I don't know. I didn't like that stoppage. But then we also had John Arobio on it too, with who they're calling Tank 2.0. I don't like him calling him Tank 2.0 because I feel like you're kind of putting him in the shadow of somebody already, you know, let him be his own person. But he definitely looked good. He he stopped him in the first round, right? I can't remember his opponent's name. It was a 1-round TKO. He did his thing. John Arobio, the guy from he's Colombian. He looked good, but yeah, I just don't like when they like. What's the other guy that they call Tank? Little Tank. He's another fighter. I can't remember. Oh man, I believe he's Cuban. I believe. I can't remember his name, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. Huh? What's his name?
Andy Cruz.
No, not Andy Cruz. No. He's not big like that. I know some Jersey. Man, somebody knows who I'm talking about, man. But anyway, they call him Little Tank as well. I think.
But it's like just because they see a guy with a certain style, or that doesn't even supposed to have the style. It's just like he fits the mold. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Kind of like Pitbull, the Mexican Mike Tyson. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yep. But yeah, when you say that, Yeah, it's just you put. I mean, not just Tank. Anybody, you know. Jersey Vargas. Thank you. I knew it was Jersey something. Yeah, Jersey Vargas. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Tay. Yeah, it's like, bro. Let people. It's like even when you talk about like go to the basketball. You know, like when people say, oh, this person's the next Jordan, and this person, like, bro, let them be the first themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we worry about being the second coming of this person. That like let them be the best version of themselves. And because there's a saying too, like you if you try to be somebody else, you're only gonna be the second best version of them. But you can be the best version of yourself, and no one else can be the best version of you. So it's just like give people a chance to be themselves first, because then now we put these expectations on a guy, and as soon as he slips up, oh man, he's not who I thought he was. He trash. It's like, bro, like they do it in a lot of sports. So it's not just boxing, you know. Like even what they say about the other dude when they call him Gamboa, they used to call him Lil Mike Tyson and stuff like that. And then he met Terrence Crawford. He ain't been Mike since. Floyd got so many lab created takes is crazy. Lab created is wild. They coming out the what's it called? The test tube. That's crazy. I was born in Luxembourg, moved to USA after college, lived in Switzerland. Shout out to my boy. Hey, Canelo be going hard in the chat. I be seeing, hey, Canelo, you be having me rolling. Now, I don't know if y'all ever watch boxing. I mean, I know y'all watch boxing, but like, if y'all watch like press conferences or weigh-ins, please pay attention to the chat. I guarantee you're going to see Canelo. Canelo never lets me down. He argued with somebody on behalf of somebody. That just be so funny, bro. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. His number one adversary, I swear they might have the same account. They might be the same, but you never know. People on the internet are crazy. But it's this guy named Mexican. What's his name? Canelo? Mexican number one boxing or boxing. Mexican boxing number one or Mexican number one boxing, something like that. Him and Canelo always going at it. He's always saying he's pro Mexican. Canelo's pro black. Bro, they go at it every single weigh-in, bro. Never fails, bro. You see Smoochie even say, I've seen him a few times. See? Got me out here snitching. I'm tripping. Hey, Smoochie out there snitching with me. That's crazy. We both out here snitching. My bad, Canelo.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
I promise you. If you have, but for real, all jokes aside, if you never see Canelo in the chat, that means that you don't watch weigh-ins and press conferences. Every single one he's in there, bro. I promise you. Him and the same person. It'd be Mexican number one something. Number one Mexican boxing or Mexican boxing number one, something like that. A Mexican number one boxer. Yes, he knows it. Yep. Mexican number one boxer. He follows me every year for months, even on channels I'm a mod at. Oh, okay, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be thinking y'all the same person. You just be arguing with yourself.
He's just switching.
Yes, bro. He got his phone in one hand, computer in the other hand, arguing with himself, bro. Or I swear, because they are in every single one, bro. I don't think I've ever seen Canelo and not seen Mexican number one boxing, and vice versa. I don't think I've ever seen Mexican number one boxing and didn't see Canelo.
What if Mexican number one boxing is Cito? What you think?
Hey, right, bro. You never know. You never know, bro.
Cito's alter ego, you know?
Yeah. You never know, bro. That's the thing about the internet. You never know who you're talking to. That's why I've been trying to be more careful and more judicious with who I respond to in my chat, because like I said, man, that one guy, a scholar, whatever, he kind of, you know, that was kind of I'm disappointed in him, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was a cool dude, but you have all these accounts, you never know who's just trolling, you know what I'm saying? You over there getting worked up about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It could be even, what's the name showed me that too, my guy Illuminati, you know, he's a mod in my channel, but remember he made, I don't know if you're here, Oscar, but he made a fake account and I found out it was him. But yeah, he would pretend to be somebody else and just troll it. So you never know. People just be trying to poke the bear, man. You know, they try to poke the bear and get reactions out of you. So yeah, you just gotta be careful. You never know who somebody is just trolling you. So
is Christina a mod or like a guy that you know?
Who?
The guy from yesterday, Christine. I think.
I don't know that person. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I remember you talking Pristine Boxing, something like that. No, I don't know that person. It could be. It could be somebody I know. Yeah, you never know. But I don't recognize that name. I didn't recognize him.
Shit cast motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hope you die, man.
Right. Tay, go do a couple of events. It will change your life in terms of dating, business, and life. Trust me. Olive Boy Luxembourg. They said, I feel it must be nice to explore the world. Yeah, man. Yeah. Gotta be nice. Gotta travel, man. Expand your horizon. Don't forget to like the video as well, man. But yeah, I think that the Gustavo Lemos, like I said, I want to double back on that. I'm not judging his characters. I'm glad Canelo said that too, so I could shut that down, because I'm not judging his character. He might be a good person, but as far as boxing goes, that's a shitty move. And then also too, I also want to say that I want to reemphasize too that hey, Keyshawn got to deal with it. You know, number one, he accepted it. Shout out to him, respect to him. But at the same time, I don't want to hear no. Whether you win or lose, you gotta hold it, because like I said, what you say, we are adults. It's a major part of being of adulting, a major part of being an adult and adulting is accountability. And a lot of people, especially on the internet, don't have accountability. So he was talking very crazy about, you know, the Devin Haney situation and saying how things don't matter. So now since somebody came in and doing it to you now, well, granted without the PEDs, you better hope you don't have PEDs in them. Then you should be okay with it. It don't matter. Even if it does, it doesn't matter, because that's what you said. It don't matter.
Nah, if you got PEDs, game over.
Yeah, it don't matter. You know, that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, Devin Haney better than me, because, you know, God bless him, because, man, if I was rich like that, boy, I'd have hollered at Gustavo. Who's all talking trash? What's that, Ernesto Mercado? Ernesto Mercado was talking trash, too. I would have called up his opponent. Hey, bro, you know, I'm going to slide you 100,000. You go ahead, come in overweight, and have PEDs in your system. I pay his opponent there. Everybody that detracted and was denouncing and talking trash about me and degrading me and demeaning me, I hit up all their opponents. I give you an extra 100K. Go ahead and go ahead and use some PEDs and come in overweight.
Man, it's just that
diabolical.
That Lemos stuff, man. It's just pure evil, man.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'm gonna back down on it. Is that American boxing is looking like it's the booty hole of boxing.
Hey, yo. The what?
The booty
what?
Hole. And Turkish here.
I gotta be the booty hole, bro.
No, did he?
Man, we're shit.
That's true. It is pretty shitty, but that was crazy. The booty hole is wild.
The fans, the super fans, or the fanboys, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, all that.
They're awful. We can't even.
Awful, bro.
Everybody's ducking now. Everybody's a bid.
Yep.
Loma's a Hall of Famer apparently.
Right.
It's awful, man. Like I seen a guy saying that Tank has the worst resume at 135.
Sure, people just be talking, bro.
He's like, out of the champions, Tank has got the worst resume out of the champions at 135. I'm like, you know, Bernchick is there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know Loma's there.
Exactly.
You know He's got a better resume than all three.
Come on, bro. People just be talking, man. Uh-oh. Oscar. Let me show y'all.
Happening?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, this is not a bad thing, but it's not a bad.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. Oh, I mean, it's good and bad. It's I guess it's good and good.
But it's good and bad.
It's good and bad because, okay, you know how we were looking forward to this fight, man. It says Michael Benson has announced that Martin Bakole would be ready and willing to fight Daniel Dubois for his IBF heavyweight world title on February 22nd in Riyadh. So yeah, so it's like, of course, I would like to see Bakole versus Dubois, but what happened to Bakole and Caballero?
I'm more excited on that fight than Dubois.
Yeah, me too. So I don't know if he was just talking, but I mean, why would you say this if, remember they were supposed to be at purse bid, so what happened? Did that fight fall through?
I guess so, because, yeah, there was, wasn't there two?
Unless Bacole's on some gangster shit and he's like, I'm going to fight Caballero and then fight Bakole. I mean, Dubois, that would be crazy. In 2 months? Oh, this man trying to go back to the 60s. He trying to pull a Sugar Ray Robinson. Or the 50s, whatever it was.
Upset he had last year. Dude, that's the thing. I'm gonna go sideways a little bit. But don't you think that some of the guys in pound for pound, it don't mean that they got bad. It's just other people are doing better things or bigger things than them.
Say that one more time. So can you repeat that, please?
Like the guys in the pound for pound list. It don't mean that they're bad. It's just there's other fighters that have overtaken their spot.
Agreed.
Like Tank shouldn't be there.
Agreed.
In my opinion.
I'm not mad at that.
Hell no. I'm not going on that one.
I'm not going. I'm not mad
if
at
the
that.
Rangers no contest, I think Haney should stay there.
I agree.
But yeah, them two guys, they need to be out of there.
Yep. Hey man, check
And
me out, bro. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
And I think the ones that should be replaced them is either Dubois
I'm with you on that.
and Junto.
Junto?
Yeah, Junto.
I like,
man.
you know, Junto was my favorite, but sometimes I struggle putting him in the pound for pound, but I don't know. Hey, but check me out on Twitter, man. Y'all got a Twitter, man. Hit me up, man. Dr. Boston Talk on Twitter, man. Hit your boy with a follow, man. Turn on my likes and all that stuff, man. And if you let me know you're from the stream, I'll hit you back. You know, I'll follow you back. Yes, sir. Got to pump up the Twitter, man. But what I was gonna say is the pound for pound list. Yeah, I don't think that somebody like, let's say, like, so I think what you just said is perfect, right? Like, yeah, I thought it was Caballel and Bacoli too. But I wouldn't mind Bacoli and Dubois. It's a good fight, but you know, I think that I think that's a little early too. You know, no disrespect to Bacoli, but I think Bacoli and Caballel make more sense because, you know, he beat Jared Anderson, and but he wasn't a huge name. You know, I mean, he was more popular than he was in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? I think Jared Anderson being like the next American heavyweight type stuff made him popular, but he's not like, you got to understand, Dubois' road to get the IBF title was he fought Jared Baby Miller.
Yep.
He fought Philip Hergovich, and then he fought Anthony Joshua, bro. Like, that was
all three underdogs.
You feel me? All three being the underdog, right? And he fought even Kevin Lorena and other guys before in the past too. So I think Bacoli beat Jared Anderson and looked great. But I don't know if he should get. I think it makes more sense for him and Caballel to fight, and then the winner of that get a title shot, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be mad at Bacoli versus Dubois because that's a good fight too. You know, yeah, we got the big engine versus the dynamite. So, but I didn't want to. I want to double back to what you said, Oscar. I think what you said was a good point. I don't think that somebody not being on the pound for pound list is necessarily disrespectful. However, I think who you have in there over somebody that you don't have could potentially be disrespectful. Like, for example, like you said, Bam. I don't think it's bad to have Bam in your top 10. But I think it's bad and disingenuous and ridiculous to have Bam Rodriguez over Artur Beterbiev or Canelo Alvarez. Yep. That's ridiculous. Like, if you want to put him over Tank, you know, I could see you could make an argument, but even to me, over Tank is crazy too. But Bam Rodriguez is, yes, he's good and he's accomplished, he's up and coming, but what has Bam... Now, okay, so I know the other divisions, you know, smaller divisions, you know, he's been fluctuating through divisions, but to be fair, people are mad at Tank because he doesn't go or stay at 140 because he's been there before one time. Well, then Bam Rodriguez has been at 126. So why are we holding him? Is it obligatory for him to go and stay at featherweight and fight Espinosa? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, we hold people at different standards than others. And I think Bam Rodriguez, yes, he beat Sonny Edwards, a good win, great win, a fantastic win. He beat Juan Francisco Estrada, fantastic win as well. But Tank tried to fight a Juan Francisco Estrada, his version of Juan Francisco Estrada, which would be Lomachenko, but Lomachenko retired. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and then now Bam Rodriguez, if he beats Pedro Guevara, which would be another good win because he's the interim champion, if he beats him, his mandatory is Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. He's like 40. And so it's like he's beating some good legiondary guys, but he's beating these legendary guys when they're no longer legends. They're legends for what they did. Yeah, right. They're legends for what they did, not for what they're doing. Like Juan Francisco Estrada, El Gallo, the Rooster, and Chocolatito, you know, Kid Chocolate. They're not who they were before. You know, and I'm not diminishing Bam Rodriguez, but let's be honest. If you're not gonna give Tank credit for fighting an old Lomachenko or even trying to fight an old Lomachenko, well, Bam Rodriguez just beat two guys the same age or older than Lomachenko. So, you know, so I don't know.
Lower division, which means they age faster.
Right. Yeah, right. That part too. Yeah, they age faster at the lower division. So I just, like, to me, and I know it sounds crazy because I think Ty had a good rebuttal to this, is that Dave Benavidez isn't as accomplished as Bam. But to me, I don't think, I wouldn't even put Bam over David Benavidez because Dave Benavidez has been around and he's been, you know, been followed his career has been followed and a lot of expectations have been on him and he's been performing. The only thing he's lacking is a full championship, but we know it's because you know my guy Cinnamon doesn't want to fight him. So it's not up to, it's not really his fault. Like no one looks at him as a guy that's not a champion because he doesn't want to be a champion or he's avoiding fights or he's incapable. We look at him as not a champion because he literally can't get a championship fight, and he just beat Alexander Vazdik in his debut at 175, and that's a guy who was a champion. So and now he's fighting David Morrell. You know, this is if the only thing David Morrell versus David Benavidez is missing is a belt. Like that's considered that's almost a championship fight, bro. That's a championship caliber fight, bro. Like so, David Benavidez, I feel like for me, no disrespect to Bam Rodriguez or any other fighter, like to me, it's not about like Oscar said, it's not disrespectful to not have somebody on the top 10. Like it's only 10 fighters. Like there's so many fighters. Like there's 15. The top. We talk about the top 15 in each sanctioned body. There's 4 sanctioned bodies for each division, and there's what 12 divisions or however many divisions there is. That's a whole lot of people. So to get the top 10, that's already to even be considered in the top 10 is already a massive compliment. You know, but you know you got to pick 10, and the 3 top spots are occupied by Bud, Usyk, and Inoue, and they're interchangeable, however order you want to put them in. For me, I put them in that order: Bud, Usyk, Inoue, and then 4 for me you have Cinnamon or Canelo. Number 5 you have Beterbiev. He just won undisputed. So all 5 of these guys I just named, they're all undisputed. So how can you put somebody who's not unified? Forget undisputed. You talk about put Bam over Beterbiev and Canelo. He's not even unified. He has 1 belt. So how can you put somebody who's unified in a division where they have 4 other champions? No, 3 other champions, because what's he at, 115? So it's Bam Rodriguez, Fumaleli Cafu, Fernando Martinez, and and the IBF is vacant because Fernando Martinez just vacated because he wants to have a rematch against Kazuka Ioka, right? So no, Ioka? Yeah, I think Ioka. Yeah, so he vacated the IBF belt instead of fight is mandatory. So there's a vacant belt and 3 other champions. How can you put somebody who's not even unified, forget undisputed, over a guy that's the first ever undisputed at his division in 168 in Saul Canelo Alvarez, a guy who just fought an undefeated fight for light heavyweight dominance in Artur Beterbiev? How can you put that guy over him? No disrespect to Bam Rodriguez, you damn sure can't put him. I saw somebody put him over freaking Naoya Inoue.
They're fucking insane.
Bro, I saw somebody put him over Terrence Crawford. I saw somebody's list for top 10 pound for pound as Usyk number 1, Inoue number 2, Bam number 3, Crawford number 4. Like, bro, that's crazy. Bro. I promise you, bro. I wish I was lying. Yes, bro. Yes. People are just disrespectful, dog. Like, on one hand, people say belts matter, undisputed is the best thing, but then they straight up disrespect it because of somebody that you think is up and coming. Yeah, Bam Rodriguez has a lot of momentum. I think he's gonna be on the pound for pound list in my personal opinion, but we don't have to rush it. Why is he on there and Boots is not? If Bam is on there, then I think Boots should be on there too because they both have the same potential to me. But we're not going off of straight potential. Like it's crazy.
Nah, he's still in the same line. To me, he don't even get in there. Like I said, there's like crazy, even if let's say we put how many weight divisions are there?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's count them. I think there's like 11 or 12. I can't remember.
Yeah, even if you count the best 10 fighters in each division, I don't think Bang goes in there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like he said, Moon Meat is. Hey, yo, come on, bro. What kind of name is that, bro? Moon Meat? What does that even mean, bro? Come on, bro.
No, did it?
Moon Meat says I prefer Jewish Italian boxing. I mean, I'm not gonna go back and revisit those things, but shout out to you for joining the stream and shout out to Jewish Italian boxing. That's very specific. But my point of saying American boxing sucks, not to say that American boxing, as far as the boxers, I'm not talking about the boxers. The boxers are top notch in every country, right? It matters more what your skills are, your capabilities are. For me, more than where you're from. I don't care where you're from. It's just I'm saying from a administrative standpoint, the way that we disregard the rules, that we disregard being safe and the welfare of the fighters and competition for anything. We just let anything go in American boxing. So I wasn't comparing like Americans versus Australians or Australians versus Nigerians versus Englishmen, or that wasn't the point. So, but yeah, if you like Jewish Italian boxer, shout out to who's the Italian boxer? Guido Vianello, man. Shout out to Guido Vianello.
Is he Jewish?
Boxer. I don't know if he's Jewish, but he's Italian. I got the Italian part. he got the Italian part, So yeah, so shout out to no disrespect to anybody, or especially not. I'm American, so I'm not disrespecting American boxing like that. I'm just saying, from an honest observation, Japan boxing, if Gustavo Lemos came in 6 pounds overweight in Japan, he'll be suspended. You know, Conor Benn is suspended right now, still going through his litigation and stuff like that, and his appeal process because he violated the rules. So when you violate rules, I think to uphold the integrity of the sport, to keep it intact, it's very important that you punish those that don't adhere to the rules, or there's no point having rules. You know, so that's the angle I was coming from. Not saying that any boxing nation is better or worse than the other. But okay, so we have heavyweight, we have cruiserweight.
I want to ask you.
Oh, go ahead. I'll count it while you ask.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Yeah, that's very. That's what I said. That's very specific.
But there's heavyweight, cruiserweight, super middleweight, or light heavyweight.
Dang. I said 12 or 11. I'm at 15.
Oh shit.
17, yeah. Unless I might have missed up because let me see. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, 17. So I said 12 or 11, 17. And that's not even including bridger weight. So if you want to include bridger weight, then it's 18. But yeah, 17. So 17 weight divisions, and each have the top 15 of sanctioned bodies. That's just the top 15. That's not even naming all the boxers, right? Because you got guys like Dale Aerosmith, who's 6 and 117. He's not going to be ranked, right? So there's so many boxers out the world. To get 10 people, that's already a major compliment. So sometimes we disregard that and be like, oh, this guy's not the best. You know, he's number 1, number 2. Well, that's already a compliment, bro. There's so many thousands and thousands of boxers that don't even get close to being ranked. So if you're in the top 10, that's a hell of accomplishment. So don't look at it. I think what Oscar said was very important, is that it's not disrespectful to not have somebody on the pound for pound list. But that's why they're just very simplistic in their way of thinking and think that, oh, it's disrespectful. No, because some people are disrespectful though. Some people do say stuff because where they're from.
Eddie Hearn?
Yeah, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, so Eddie Hearn, you know, his top 5 that we showed yesterday. His top 5 was number 1 Usyk, number 2 Crawford, number 3 Inoue, or maybe it was 1 Usyk, 2 Inoue, 3 Crawford. I don't remember. But anyway, it was Usyk, Crawford, and Inoue. Number 4 he had Bam Rodriguez, and number 5 he had Dimitri Bivol. Number 4 and 5 are both his fighters, you know, which is cool. That's his pound for pound list. But let's be honest, you know, Bivol and Beterbiev was a close fight, controversial fight. Some people had Bivol winning, some people had Beterbiev winning. I had Bivol winning 7-5 as far as round count goes, 115 to 113. But I don't think it was a robbery. I disagree with Eddie Hearn and people that say it was a robbery. You know, it could have went either way. Beterbiev did a hell of a job too. But the fact that whether you think he won or not, he won. That's all. On paper, he won. Technically, he won. In reality, he won. So there's no way you could put Bivol over Beterbiev. And that's just number 1. Number 2, Bam is he's an outlier as well, because he's easily identified as a guy that shouldn't be there, because how can you put him over Canelo? Canelo's undisputed. Like, there's the only way you could be over undisputed is if you're Usyk, Bud, and Inoue, who are undisputed in 2 different weight divisions. like undisputed. I tell people that's like the Super Bowl of boxing, is it not?
Yeah.
Like undisputed, that's the highest accomplishment, right? That's like the World Series of boxing. It's like the Stanley Cup of boxing, bro. You have all 4 belts. You are undisputed. No one could question your championship dominance. You did everything you're supposed to do. So I don't get how you could put anybody. Hell, if we mixing it up, Gabriela Fondor's over Bam Rodriguez too. Facts. Yeah. If it's intergender, you know what I'm saying? If we mixing it up, Clarissa Shields she's over a lot of your favorite fighters too. If you want to mix it up.
I don't know about that.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Oscar. That's crazy. He said, I spoke with many accountants. Oh, y'all talking about something else. Okay. But yeah, so we talk, if we mixing the females with the males, there's a lot of women doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
A lot of women doing their thing, man. So, but yeah, so it's not. It shouldn't just be favoritism. It should be accolades, your dominance over your opponents, and your division, your campaign over your domain, and also and potential could be in it too, of course. But it's also what you done and who you done it against, and when, you know.
Yeah, we go off potential. Then Abdullah Mason should be in the top of town.
You feel me? Come on now. But yeah, so who would be your top 10 right now, Oscar?
I said it the other day.
Yeah,
I have
you did.
Usyk number 1, I
I'm
have
gonna type
Bud number
mine.
2.
Who's number 2?
Naoya, Bud.
Okay.
And, well, I don't know. Naoya and Bud are very close, honestly, because Naoya is for activity.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah. Facts.
just activity alone, it should mean something, I think.
I agree.
No. I got Bud number 2, and number 3.
Okay.
Number 4, I got Better Beers.
Okay.
Number 5, I got Canelo.
Not
Number
mad at that.
6, I got Bidball.
Like that.
Number 7, Benavides. Wait, no. Did I jump? No, number 6. Number 7, Benavides. Number 8. I said Haney the other day.
Uh-huh.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at Haney.
Haney? I got my top 10 in the chat.
Youngest undisputed, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at Haney. In my opinion, after what I said about Tank and the other guy, I'm gonna say number 9, Dubois, number 10, Junto, in my opinion.
Okay, you just made me add to mine. Guys, dang it. Oh, man.
And I'm gonna explain Dubois because a lot of people
I'm with
say,
you on Dubois. I'm with you on Dubois.
No, I want to explain it because a lot of people say, well, Dubois has only been one good year. Okay, one good year. You know what that means? 3 years of Tank, right?
Hey.
Tank was used to fighting one time a year.
Hey.
So I got to take that into account. So to me, Dubois goes in there.
That's a solid list, man. I don't see no issues with me personally. I have my pound for pound is Bud 1, Usyk 2, Inoue 3, Canelo 4, Beterbiev 5, Tank 6, Bivol 7, Benavidez 8, Dubois 9, and Devin Haney 10. And honorable mentions is Tyson Fury and Junto Nakatani. And I should put Bam there too, but yeah, I got to me it's Junto Nakatani and Tyson Fury, just because Tyson Fury, he only has 1 loss, and that was to Usyk. Honestly, I could switch out Haney and put Fury. I could switch out Benavidez and put Fury to me. I could switch out Dubois and put Junto Nakatani. So and Bam Rodriguez should be mentioned up there too, and Shakur should be mentioned up there too. You know, as honorable mentions and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that could be mentioned. But I think that's what I'm going with right now at this moment. I got Bud, Usyk, Inoue, Cinnamon, Beterbiev, Gervonta, Bivol, Benavidez, Dubois, and Haney. Yeah.
We about to get roasted.
Yeah, oh yeah. If I put that online, oh man, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I never watched a boxing in a day in my life. I'm a casual. Of all types of things. If I put that online, oh man. You know. Well, if anybody sees it, I should say, you know, we ain't got the following yet, man. That's why you gotta follow your boy's Twitter, man. But yeah, I get roasted, bro. I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. Have those people that have their list up there. They can't name 3 people in the division of their favorite fighter, but they have the audacity to have an opinion about something. You can't.
They can't name the last 3 guys their favorite fighter has fight.
Facts. Look, here come Ty. Look at Ty. Right on cue. Shout out to my boy Ty in the building. Bodega boys in the building. My boy Ty came out of nowhere. Benavidez over Haiti. Nasty work. My bad, bro. Please, bro. No, my hands are up, bro. No offense given. Hopefully he doesn't take it, bro. I apologize, bro. Benavidez over Haiti is nasty work. But I think that's a good point too. It's like, cause you know, if I wasn't, I'll be honest. That's a hard sell unless you're counting the Ryan Garcia stuff against him, because you know we got to put some respect on Haney. He was the youngest undisputed in the 4-belt era, you know. But I will say this though. For me, and I'm not giving myself an excuse, but I'm giving you a reason and justification for what my thought process is. Like, it'll be different if somebody else, right, that had Devin Haney beating Ryan Garcia. But you got to remember, I had Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney. Not because of the PEDs, but because I thought stylistically Ryan Garcia would give Devin Haney trouble. You know, now with the PEDs, that is, you should disregard it as a responsible boxing fan. However, like I said, I still maintain, I hate saying this online because I don't want people to run with it and say, oh, you think Ryan Garcia will beat Devin Haney because the PEDs don't matter. No, PEDs always matter. But I had Ryan Garcia beat him before, and I think Ryan Garcia would beat him again. I still do. You know, so my point is that I look at Devin Haney, no offense, Ty, or anybody who likes Devin Haney. I see Devin Haney as how I always see him. I see him as a very opportunistic fighter, a very strategic fighter on who he picks as his opponents.
So that's why I was so confident that Ryan Garcia would beat him, because Ryan Garcia was what? The first guy that he fought in a long time that's the same size as him. The first guy that he fought in a long time that's the same age as him. The first guy that's fought in a long time is just as athletic, if not more athletic than him. And it's the first guy that, you know, he's a strong fighter, a powerful fighter. So a powerful fighter, that's all the other things that's strong, you know, same size as him and stuff. Like, he's not the first guy with power that Devin Haney fought, but he's the first guy that I recall that David Haney fought that had power and was the same size physically and stuff like that as him. So that's why I picked Ryan Garcia. So I'm factoring that in. It's like, I'm not saying that you deserve everything you get, and I respect Devin Haney. I think he's a great fighter. I think he will bounce back because he's a great fighter. But I think all the other guys I put on my pound for pound list are also great fighters too. And I think that they aren't as selective with their opponents as Devin Haney. So that's my explanation for that. But I'm not knocking my boy. You know,
look at that.
Even with the loss to Ryan, resume and accomplishment separate those two guys. That's true. No, that's true. But like I said, we had this discussion before. I mentioned you earlier before you were here. I did say David Benavidez, to me, he's not a champion because he's incapable. He's a champion because he's lacking the opportunity. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sorry, he's not a champion because he's lacking the opportunity. That's it. I feel like I said, I think Cinnamon beats Benavidez. But I think that's a close fight. I don't think that Canelo washes him. I don't think that Benavidez washes Canelo either. I think that's a good fight. But I personally believe Canelo would win. But I think it's a good fight. And I think that David Benavidez, if he was at 168, he'll beat the hell out of William Skull. And I do think at 175, he has a good chance against Beterbiev. I think he loses against Beterbiev too. But it's like, David Benavidez to me is just, and hey, it's not our fault. It's not anybody else's fault. It's not the other fighters I'm comparing him to fault. But I just feel like Benavidez is always just in a tough spot where there's one guy that's super dominant that I don't think he could beat. You know, I don't think he could beat Canelo if he was given the chance. And I don't think he beats Beterbiev if he's given the chance. I don't think he beats Bivol either. But everybody else, I think he beats Joshua Buatsi. I think he beats, who's another guy light heavyweight that's formidable. I don't know. I think Anthony Yarde and him is a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Obviously, he beat Vosnik. He beat Alexander Vosnik. You know what I'm saying? I think he beats Kaladzik. You know, Morel beat Kaladzik too. And, you know, him and Morel is going to be a good fight. So that's my explanation. The opportunities he squandered. That's true. That's true. He came in. He was on that booger sugar one time. And he was overweight a couple times habitually. You're right. Yeah. So, yeah, no, you're right. I mean, you have solid arguments. Keyshawn versus Lemos before the 6 pounds overweight was a fight for Lemos to come back. Yeah, I think that's a good fight. 50-50 now.
But I'm a defend dog. He said that from Benavidez down, there's a lot of people that can be interchangeable.
Shout out to Oscar. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, bro. You hear what you just said, Ty? I did say that. Thank you. I forgot I said that. I did say from Benavidez down, there's a lot of people that are interchangeable. You could make it. So I'm not knocking your argument, bro. And that's why I put the honorable mentions there too. Yeah, you could change top 10. Like I said, when you considered in top 10, like Oscar said, that's a hell of a compliment already, bro. Like, you know, so there's not too many people that are there. Look how many people we're not talking about. If you just go to the heavyweight division, we don't have Anthony Joshua in there. We didn't consider Zayla Zhang. We didn't consider Ajit Kabayel. We didn't consider Martin Bracoli. That's just the heavyweight division. We didn't consider a lot of people. Frank Sanchez, F.A. Ajagba. Imagine, you know, we don't have.
You ain't got to slide down.
Oh, okay. Let's just stick to the champions then. Look at the champions at cruiserweight. We didn't include Nan champion at cruiserweight. There's 4: Jay Apataya, Gilberto Ramirez, Noel McCallan, and Chris Billiam Smith. You know. Yeah. So there's so many guys. Like, you know, we only included one champion. Well, I only included one champion at 135. I didn't include Lomachenko. I didn't include Shakur. I didn't include. Well, he should be honorable mention to Shakur. I didn't include Berinchyk, you know. That's just, you know, but I did include Tank. But 140, all those champions. I didn't include Teofimo, Liam Paro, Rayo, or what's the other guy? Alberto Puello. So there's a lot of guys that aren't, you know, up there. So
yeah, you know, if Ty had Eddie Hearn in front of him and he said, "Give me your top 5," you know, top 5.
Oh, Ty
and he would say bam over everybody.
Ty would be getting he'll be getting the Devin Haney lawsuit. That battery, bro. Eddie Hearn would have sued that boy Ty, because Ty would have went crazy. Ben Rodriguez over Beterbiev and Cinnamon. Oh, you pulling up? All right, bet. I got you. I'm gonna pull you up. And Bivol too. It's crazy, bro.
I'd be saying this. I'd be like this.
What you say, bitch? Facts. What you say, bitch? Facts, man. Facts. Oh boy, Ty on that trap phone. Oh, there you go. What up?
My guy.
What up, Ty?
Man, y'all gotta be sounding like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Nah, I'm sure.
Daniel Dubois.
Daniel Dubois. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Who you got, bro? What's your top 10, bro? Talk to me, bro. Get us together, bro.
Yeah. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, bro.
Before I state my top 10, ain't really a top 10, it's top 15.
Okay.
I gotta give you the criteria. We're talking about pound for pound. I exclude most heavyweights unless you can move up and down.
I'm not mad at that. A lot of people do that.
No, yeah.
Unless you have serious, credible accolades. As far as like your resume, who you beat, and being undisputed. So like if this was yesteryear, Lennox is on the list.
Hey, yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And I take it to 15 because it's a lot of people that actually belong there, but it's tiers to it.
Yeah.
Right now, with the current boxers, the top 4 is cemented.
Who's top 4?
It's
Better be it, you know, with Usyk and.
Yeah.
But right, yeah. I think.
Bud, New Way, Usyk. Better be it.
I'm asleep, bro. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, get out of here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nah. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Y'all gonna stop doing my boy Cinnamon dirty, bro. Y'all gonna stop that, man. Y'all gonna stop it, bro. Y'all gonna stop it, bro. Okay.
He unified and he beat the guy that beat the guy.
Okay. And the only reason why Better be a
that light heavyweight
is at 4 right now is because of the recency bias of his win.
Okay. Controversial.
Before that,
controversial.
Like 7.
Come on now. I have a question. Ty. I have a question, Oscar. Beterbiev and Bivol was controversial, right? That was for undisputed, right?
Yep.
Was Canelo and Caleb playing controversial? Oh, he put him to sleep. Oh, okay. Carry on. Carry on.
But do you consider Caleb playing as a credible, like, do we value that win on the same level as a Bivol win?
He was undefeated. He was undefeated at the time, right? And a belt holder. Why not?
Hey.
Why not?
Yeah, but he didn't really have the same comparable resume as Bivol.
I agree. I agree. What? Okay, hold on now. So let's say Bivol, right? Bivol's best wins were what? Gilberto Ramirez, right? He's a champion right now, cruiserweight. That's great. He beat Canelo, great, but Canelo moved up, and then he beat who else? Maybe Jean Pascal, former champion. Is that fair to say his top 3 wins or no? That fair?
My direct rebuttal was, what was Caleb Plant's credible wins?
I'm about to give it to you.
Prior to being beat by Canelo.
I'm about to give it to you.
No,
so I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we identify Bivol's first top 3. Is that cool to say? The top 3 I gave: Jean Pascal, Gilberto Ramirez, and Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Caleb Plant, Jose Uzcategui, who's a champion, and he beat Durrell. But that's all I got for you. That's all I got, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I got. You know.
What, for Plant?
Yeah, that's all I got, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that Durrell one was like prior, like that was post Canelo.
No. I didn't say Durrell. I said Jose Uzcategui, who beat Durrell. I didn't say. Yeah, I said he beat Durrell. I didn't say Caleb Plant's win on Anthony Durrell. Remember Uzcategui? No. That was after. Remember Uzcategui beat which one he beat again? Andre, right? Yeah, he beat Andre Durrell. He beat the brother. And
he beat the one that be hating.
Right. Yeah, and Caleb Plant beat Anthony Durrell with the shovel. That was one of the best celebrations ever. Yeah, no, that's all I got, bro. I can't, bro. Chat, come on now, y'all got. I don't be capping, bro. I don't be capping, man. You know, that's all I got, bro. And Ty got a good point. That was a good point. You know, I get. You know, that was a good point, man. You know, but at the same time,
top 5, it's hard to really separate them. So then you got to actually nitpick with guys' resumes.
Yeah, facts.
And I will say though that at 175, it's better be if Bivol was number 1 against number 2. And it was a very close fight as well.
That's another good point.
We all knew that when Plant was in there, after that slap that he missed and Canelo hit him with that, We all knew it was over.
And
That's
the
a very
wildest
good
thing
point.
is, the average casual fan will come out their ass and be like, "Well, better beat the guy that beat Canelo.
Right,
So
that part.
He should be fired."
Right, right.
I feel like that was a take on me because I just said that. So.
Nah, I don't think he was knocking you. Nah, but
I
he ain't knocking you.
my coworker yelled this morning. That's why.
Oh.
But Canelo, like I said, we got the fact. I mean, I know they don't, but I think we should. Canelo was, moving up with Bivol. That's why I have no problem putting him over Beterbiev and Bivol. But I do understand what you're saying. But to me, Canelo he been through, because that's the thing. So when I was asking about the undisputed, right? Of course, Beterbiev and Bivol, that's a better matchup. But Canelo, it doesn't just stop there. Canelo has other Hall of Famers on his resume. Bivol is the best person by far that Beterbiev beat.
I just feel like the Canelo, since it was so long ago, it hurts him now at this point, because you got to take into effect from that point, and you also got to take into account the Edgar Berlanga, Jaime Munguia. So Jaime Munguia was a good fight.
Yep.
But you got to take into account that too. And Beterbiev is more recent, so the biggest accomplishment comes that.
I know. I agree with the
wild
recency.
card.
I agree with the recency bias. However, Canelo's still active. Canelo fought, like you say, he fought Floyd. He lost, but he fought Floyd, Hall of Famer. He fought Cotto, Hall of Famer. He fought Sugar Shane, Hall of Famer. He fought Triple G 3 times, Hall of Famer. He was a champion at light heavyweight. So yes, if we isolate it to undisputed versus undisputed, of course you favor Beterbiev, but we can't neglect the other accomplishments that Cinnamon had along the way, and that's part of his career. That's part of his legacy. It's like, yeah, he might have been taking it easy, I guess, but still Berlanga was still number one. I didn't like that fight, but it is what it is. It's number one. And the only reason why he lost undisputed because he got stripped for not fighting another guy that we would have disapproved of. We wouldn't have approved of him fighting William Skull. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. Okay, let's look at Beterbiev.
It depends on how you look at it. I wouldn't have been mad at him fighting William Skull because of the order of opportunities.
We wouldn't have been mad. People would have been mad, bro. People would not have liked that fight. That probably would have got a worse reception than Berlanga, to be honest.
I mean, Berlanga or not, people still gonna be like, we want Benavidez.
Yeah, facts. Exactly. But even with Canelo, right? With the I was gonna say Beterbiev, right? Bivol's great. Beterbiev beat who else? Callum Smith. Oh, Canelo beat him too. He beat who else?
Boo-boo.
Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard was good. That's a good win. Who else?
Boo-boo.
He ain't beat no boo-boo.
Wait, are we talking about Benavidez?
I said Beterbiev.
Oh.
So Anthony Yard, he beat Tavares Cloud, but when he beat Tavares Cloud already had 2 prior losses. So Beterbiev over Tavares Cloud, who was a former champion, Tavares Thunder Cloud, he was on 2 losses in a row. So yeah, he's a former champion, but he was on 2 losses in a row.
The thing that holds Beterbiev in his spot for me as of right now, because this could easily be changed in a month or so, depending on what Canelo's next move is. He can easily, depending on who he decides to fight, jump up into 1, 2, or 3, or if he decides, hey, fuck Beterbiev, I'm gonna go whip his ass too.
Yeah, facts. But I want to say this though, I was just using that as a distraction tactic. But I wanted to keep you far away from the Haney Benavidez joint. That's all. I ain't got no problem with Beterbiev being over. I disagree with it, but I ain't got no problem with that. That's to me, that's like picking what's it called? You just picking. I don't know.
Oh, that's the reason why I actually mind the 15, because usually when you get past that 5 threshold, it's like, all right, yes, y'all have some accomplishments, but I like this guy.
Yeah. You got some preferential treatment in there. We got my boy Dub in the
some
building.
guys that don't have enough accolades, we've seen them pass the eyeball test where we believe they belong there.
Yep.
That's why my list go to 15.
Okay.
All right, what's your list, bro?
Now, if you said Tyson Fury can be interchangeable with Devin, instead of throwing out that David Benavidez, I'd been rocking with you.
I did, but I put Tyson Fury as honorable mention.
But where Benavidez sitting at?
Where was that? Number 8, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8.
With a loss to Usyk, Benavidez being over him is nasty.
Wait, what? With a loss to Usyk? What you talking about?
Even with the loss to Usyk, having Benavidez over.
Oh, Tyson Fury. Oh, I got you. Yeah, okay. Okay, go ahead.
And you say I'll be killing Fury.
That's true. I do say that. That's true. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Go over Big Coat. What you doing?
Come on, man. Benavidez, man. Come on, man. They both be on that booger sugar, man. They'll be all right.
And I like the guy. But it's weird how and it's nothing that's directed towards you.
Yeah.
This is towards the consistency of boxing.
Yep.
It's literally weird how we'll chastise this one guy.
Yep.
For certain alleged things. Where we seen this other guy actually do it and get penalized for it, and we rewarded the motherfucker.
That's true. That's true. Hey, if I'm guilty of it, talk to him, man. Hey, ain't no feelings here. Go ahead.
We talk about weight bullying. This man missed weight how many times?
That's true.
Yes, it was in the past. He got better with it, but for a good stint, he was known for pulling up low ass dudes and making them fight him. Kyron Davis. Example.
Kyron Davis, yep. That's true. But I do talk about that, though. When I said weight bully, I say Devin Haney. I say Benavidez. I said Benavidez because of duh. But I don't see it as cheating, though. But, yeah, go ahead. Exactly. Yeah, go ahead. I know why you said you're not talking about me now. I appreciate it, yeah. But go ahead. But yeah, I ain't saying
because you'll actually point that out. Yep. Other people act like, no.
Yeah, no. We point everything out. I appreciate it.
And it's always to say that, he need to fight Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would like to see that fight, but it's a reason why he ain't got a leg to stand on for it.
Yep.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
I can't see the list because I got my phone in my hand.
Oh, you talking about my list or what?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Hold on, I'll tell you. It's where we at? So we had Benavidez. So from 8, Benavidez. 9 was. Let me see it. 9 was Haney, and no, 9 is Dubois. 10 is Haney. Or you want me to say the whole thing?
Yeah. I can't really group on your list because again, it's your list. The only thing I always ask people is, what is your criteria? And I critique based off of that.
Right. So my 6 through 10 is Tank, Bivol, Benavidez, Dubois, and Haney. I think you know my top 5. My top 5 is Bud, Usyk, Inoue, Canelo, Beterbiev.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my top 5. So my 6 through 10. I feel like me personally now. I feel like 1 through 5 is no question. I don't feel like anybody question those. Now, if you want to question the order of 1 through 3 and then 4 and 5, that's cool. Like if you have Beterbiev number 4, Canelo 5, and then Inoue, Usyk, and Bud. I feel like Inoue, Usyk, Bud got to be top 3, and then 4 and 5 has to be Canelo and Beterbiev, in my opinion. But you got whatever order. But then that 6 through 10, I feel like you could always question that. I think.
All right, so could you explain your criteria for the people that's going to fly in here and be like, who the fuck is that guy?
Really?
I give you an example. I'm like, huh?
Right. So really, for me, my criteria is just what you accomplished, when you did it, and how you did it, basically. I don't really go too much further than that. Like, it's just who you fought, when you fought them, your accolades that came with it, and your accomplishments, and where I see you could go, I guess. So your potential is in there too.
Part I was going to add, because it seemed like, all right, if you add latent potential, I'd be like, all right, I can see where you're rocking with Benavidez.
Yeah,
but based off of all the other ones, it's like,
right. So Benavidez, like I already explained, that Benavidez is, to me, he's championship material. He's just, like you said, it might also in part to him. He messing up and being unprofessional, but I don't think him not having a title is because anybody sees him as a non-title capable fighter.
Yeah.
So that's my.
Now Daniel Dubois.
Yeah.
Yo, Edwin in the building. What's good? You said Daniel Dubois what?
Daniel Dubois. So punching all on AJ gets you P for P.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. Hey, it's Hergovich too, bro.
Yeah.
It's Miller too, bro. Underdog story, man.
Yeah, I don't. Does that justify putting him over guys in other ways that might be more deserving?
Like
I get his wins are recent, but at heavyweight, you gotta do some wild shit to be up in there.
I think him fighting was it 3 times or 2 times?
2 times this year, but 3 times in the full 12 months. If you 12 months, you know what I'm saying, going to last year, in the last 12 months he fought 3 people. But this year, in 2024, he fought 2.
Fury.
For me, that's a tough one, because if you're asking me heavyweight rankings, I know it might sound backwards, but I would have Fury over him. But Fury, last fight, we can't forget about Ngannou. That was trash. And not his last fight. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about his last fight before the undisputed joint. So of course it was Usyk, which was a loss. That's not bad at all, because Dubois also lost to him. But him losing him
lost to buddy. But a win is a win.
Yeah, a win is a win, but it is Ngannou. It is Ngannou. that was a struggle. And I think, but you're right, a win is a win. But then also Dubois is a champion right now. I know that you could argue that if Fury, he wouldn't have been if what's named didn't vacate and all this other stripped or whatever you want to call it. But
I can understand that. Especially if you bring in triangle theories.
Yeah.
Because he starts the dude that starts that dude, but you struggle with him.
Yeah. As far as Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, and Tyson Fury, that's what he's talking about. And Dubois, chat. That's what Ty was talking about. But yeah, so I just think with Tyson Fury, I do think that he deserves to be number 2 ranked heavyweight. We talk about pound for pound and what you have right now, and especially like the last 4. Now recently, of course, you talk about the totality like a Canelo. He did beat Deontay Wilder, who was an undefeated champion. So it is hard to kick now. I'm not gonna act like that's an easy thing to just dismiss Tyson Fury. But he did beat Deontay Wilder, who was an undefeated heavyweight for a long time, had a reign. A lot of people consider their fight to establish who was the best heavyweight of this era. So that's a great win. That was a little minute ago, but that was a great win. And then Usyk. So those are great wins. Or great win and a great fight. But yeah, I think Dubois beats. I don't know. I can't say that either.
For me, as long as Fury's an active fighter right now, he holds a special spot on the pound for pound list, being one of the few guys to have an unofficial, undisputed sitting in his house.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Facts.
He might have assembled. He might not have assembled the Dragon Balls in the right order, but he still got the pose.
Hey, we still wait for your 15, man. But I got to slide soon in about 5 minutes. I gotta go. I got an appointment at 11 o'clock.
I wish I saved it from the last other thing. I need something to write it down.
Oh, if you can, don't worry about. I mean, we always got the late show too, so don't worry if you ain't got it. Don't struggle. You keep going. What you saying? Top 15 says 5.
Hold on, where we at? Because I'm still standing at the nurse station.
You were saying Tyson Fury and Dubois. So Dubois was my number 9, I think. Yeah, Dubois was my number 9. And Tyson Fury was honorable mention. And then Haney was number 10.
I need my 15 on the late show, but fill up the last 5.
Oh, you want me to get 5 more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Hey, no order though.
Shakur.
Yeah, no order. I have to. What'd you say?
I was about to say there's a couple names that, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
Shakur is a more accomplished boxer than Dubois.
Facts.
I get it. He's at heavyweight. He can't really move.
Yeah, he can't move up though. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's Shakur and Tank's issue is that, you know, there's a fights we want to see. Similar to Canelo and Benavidez, there's fights we want to see. But yeah, definitely being a multi-division champion. Yeah, Shakur is. I just think Dubois' run right now. But I give you my 5, no particular order though, just 5 people. Of course, I said honorable mention Tyson Fury. Honorable mention. Who was the other person I put? Bam Rodriguez or Junto Nakatani. So I'll put Bam Rodriguez up there. That's 3. 4 would be Shakur, and 5 would probably be, if we go on to 15, I might have to squeeze. Much I don't like this motherfucker, but I might have to say Teofimo. But let me think about that. But definitely 4, Tyson Fury, Shakur, Junto Nakatani, Bam Rodriguez, and then that fifth one might have to be Teofimo. But like, I think about that. That's just off the cuff right now.
Y'all gonna be looking at me kind of crazy when I actually give you this thing. I'm telling you, my list is based off your accolades, who you beat, so on. So some of these names is in places not because of bias or anything,
right?
Because Tio has a high spot.
I'm not mad at that.
Hey, can I ask a question to Ty?
Yeah.
Ty, how you feel about Lemos coming in 0.003 tons overweight?
He should be arrested.
I'm telling you, bro.
And then Hitchison snitched on him. Yo, he had a hydration clause on him, so he really don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see Hitcher say that, but I saw he did make the rehydration though. They put it on for 146. He came in at 144 or something, so he's good on that end. Saw that.
So my question is like, did he just not care about making the initial weight and be like, look, whatever I got rehydrate to, that's where we going?
Man, he ain't care about.
That's what I'm
nothing.
trying to figure out.
Man, that man ain't care about nothing. That was crazy, bro.
I do know the closer you are to the weight that you're going to fight on, the more healthy you are that night.
Yep.
So this could be a strategic play so he can be solid.
Of course it's a strategic play. No doubt.
I wonder how he's going to come in. Like, you know what, weight?
You seen him at the weigh-in. It wasn't a flabby.
Come on, man.
141.
Come on, man. That man look comfortable, bro.
That man was tight. He had abs. He was ripped up at that stage. This wasn't no, I was lazy.
He didn't even try, man.
Oh, bro.
Like, he's at 135. All right, I'm gonna come in at 154.
I'm telling you, he came in at 144.
I think he did try.
And the weight limit is 146, so that was agreed upon weight limit.
What he was trying to do, he was successful at.
Exactly. This was intentional, man. But chat, I got to go ahead and slide, man. We be back for the late show, bro. It's 10:31.
Right.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah, I got to find you. Okay.
Yes,
all right, I'll create some chaos later.
Yeah, man. Come through, bro. Come through and drop your top 15, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through, man. Thank y'all. Shout out to my boy Ty. Shout out to my boy Oscar, man. Yes, sir.
Peace out, gang.
Yes, sir. All right, chat. I got to go ahead and call it, man. Got to take care of some things real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Unfortunately, but we'll be back on for the late show at 12. Sorry, 12. What the heck am I talking about? We'll be back for the late show at 7:30. No, it's 7 o'clock today because there's a fight today too. I don't know what time that starts. Let me see what time that fight starts, and I'll let you know. Shoot, let me see. What time does a Gustavo Lemos bro, I'm thinking about not watching it, bro, because Top Rank is trash, bro. Top Rank is trash, man. Their fights just take too long, bro. Let's see what time this card is. Okay. It starts at... I don't see a time, bro. Come on, man. I don't see a time, chat. I'm thinking it's 7 o'clock. Okay. It's 6:20. Oh, so I'll be on earlier. I'll be on about 6 o'clock then. So the late show usually starts at 7. I'll be on around 6 o'clock this evening. Good Lord willing for the late show. He said Round One Sports Talk. He said no guys. Yeah, I got to slide. What's that? I've been up for 2.5 hours, bro. Where you was at, bro? But yeah, I'll be back on for the late show, man. Come through then, man, or hit me in the DMs or something. But he said, "Where's drop the link?" The link is the same. It's the same Discord, bro. It's the same Discord as always. It's the same Discord all the time. So it's not really a link needed, but I'm gonna start putting the links though, so people will see it and be more acclimated with it, you know. But yeah, it's just a Discord. But yeah, I gotta go, man. I gotta run this errand real quick. Got an appointment at 11 o'clock. Got to go get ready. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming through. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Oscar. Y'all be easy, be cool, man. And shout out to everybody coming through, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. But most importantly, remember with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.